What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy, this is Sunday. I have no idea what day it is. What an emotional Bears game. Pretty emotional playoffs altogether. You know, I'm a Bears fan, not the biggest, most diehard, not a J-Bob in terms of his Eagles fandom, or a Big Ray who's going to be joining us soon, but, you know, still hits pretty tough. It was a hell of a game, though. I come out of this game, out of this season, feeling extremely optimistic. We have our coach. We have our quarterback. We have fight, we have identity, we have all those kind of things. But I'm gonna wait to talk Bears for Big Ray to get on here. I'm gonna start with the game earlier today. We'll kind of go backwards, talk about the games on Saturday. CJ Stroud, ladies and gentlemen. That's it's probably the worst quarterback performance I've ever seen. I know he didn't get a lot of help. He had a lot of weapons go down. Nico Collins didn't play in this game. He has bad offensive line, you name it. It was rough. I get it, but you got to play better than that. Josh Allen's been essentially having that situation all season, and he plays ball. He plays ball. This was terrible, and I don't think I've ever seen a worse performance. Like he was panicked. He refuses to run. The dude is like pretty athletic. He's pretty big, refuses to run. And luckily, I want to say I had his bet. One of the bets today was 10.5 rushing yards. He hit 11. But he had at least 5 lanes to get at least 5 or 6 yards. In this situation, when you're struggling to complete passes, you're fumbling, you're throwing a bunch of picks, what you got to do is run. At least run to extend the play, right? Just don't sit in the fucking pocket. Jesus. So bad. I've never seen a worse play in my life. And it was the whole game, though. It's not just that. Drake May's fumbling. So I'm excited to see him next week against Denver. Now there's no Bo Nix. We'll get into that later. But there was a greased watermelons all over the field.
Okay, Frank, what the hell are you doing with that watermelon?
You ever play this game? You grease the watermelon up, you throw it in the pool, everybody goes crazy trying to grab it. They can't grab it. Grease watermelon! Here it comes. Try to grab it!
Oh, no. Come
on. Return of the Jason. What's up, Jason? We miss you, bro. Feel for meat sweats. Yeah, you'll see him in a little bit. CJ Stroud looked like Ray Charles out there. Not only like Ray Charles, but do you remember Scary Movie 2? What the hell's his name? The actor. He's in Something About Mary. I'll think of his name. The guy that has like the small hand, right? Like he couldn't even throw. So he couldn't see, couldn't throw, couldn't run. Just awful. I've never seen anything like it before. UNC, I can't believe the Bears season's over. It was a hell of a run, and I figured, you know, I was contemplating whether it was a good move or not for them to kick the extra point. Obviously, extra points are no gimmies anyway. That's why you do go for 2 in some situations, but Santos has been so good. He ended up making the extra point, going to overtime. With the momentum, I feel like it's a home game, and they did dominate that game. Offensively, they had the turnovers, right? Like they had 3 turnovers, and the Rams had 0. So essentially, they outplayed the Rams. They were the better team in this game, and Matt Stafford was not looking good. Puka looked terrible. Well, had a bad game, I'd say. Devontae Adams does not look healthy. So I get the point of kicking the field goal. You had the chance in overtime. You had the ball at midfield. You got that 4th down. Hell of a season, though. Hell of a season by the Bears. I'm super stoked as a Bears fan on what we have going forward. We exceeded every expectation that I had. And Caleb's that dude. Now, he had some miscues. You know, he doesn't play complete games. But Caleb Williams has throws. That throw on 4th down, I've never seen anything like it. That was Collinsworth said it best, man. Only like 4 or 5 or 2 or 3, maybe 4 quarterbacks can even make that throw, even attempt the throw he made. And you saw the DB there, the corner that was in front of Cole Kmet. He was playing. He didn't think he can get to the end zone. So he was like, he watched the play. He's like, there's no way he's throwing this ball over my head. And Caleb throws a fucking rocket. Like, fucking Caleb, man. Caleb is the shit. And I'm super excited about him. And Ben Johnson. You know, Ben Johnson, the culture, the leadership, the offensive coordinator, like the play calling, he's going to be a Sean McVay. I really think he's going to be a Sean McVay. So really, really happy about that. Yeah, Broncos defense is definitely regressed, Hetzer, but I mean, I'm just saying they have the players. They have the defensive line. They can stop the run. I know they got a little exposed by the Bills. The Bills have a really physical offensive line, and I don't think the Patriots can run the ball on them. You know, Stevenson looks fine. They don't have the offensive line, though. That's our Josh Allen is a fucking baller. He has no fucking weapons. Fucking stuck with dudes like Keon Coleman. Yeah, Brandon Cooks. Injured Dalton Kincaid. Dawson Knox. It's a rough situation there. And, you saw his post. I felt bad for him, man. I mean, that was not his best game. They showed the stat before the game. His last 6 playoff games, 18 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. And then he has a 4 or 5 turnover game. The fumble before half, man, that was what really cost him the game. I know everyone's going to say it was rigged. Sometimes, Josh Allen's biggest downfall is he can make every play. He tries to do too much. In this case, he has to do too much because if he doesn't, they won't even contend. So that fumble, I'm going to put that fumble on McDermott. Why are you calling? Like, you should have kneeled the ball down or told him not to run. Like, that play was never going to do anything if he ran. That's on McDermott. I don't like McDermott. I think he's an average coach at best. He probably needs to get out of there. I think Josh Allen needs an offensive mind because if they don't get one, he will get hurt. They put so much on his body. Dude's a warrior, man. Like, just think. I guarantee after the season, right when it ends, or maybe even next week, it's going to come out. Josh Allen's having at least 1 surgery. It would not surprise me if he has 2 surgeries because he just puts his body on the line for his team. I love Josh Allen, best quarterback in the NFL. It's bar none, man. Mahomes is the most decorated quarterback, right? Most established in terms of winning. Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't think anyone that can watch football that knows football can say otherwise because he does it all. The competitiveness, the leadership. Fucking love Josh Allen. The nail salon Don cost you all that game. Good season though. I guess he did, but I mean, again, he kept us in the game, so it's a wash for me, right? The Caleb Williams performance was a wash. It was an average performance. He played better than Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford should have thrown 4 picks in this game. It's just that we didn't intercept the ball, but definitely should have. And I have some thoughts on this. Let's get into this, man. The Brandon Cooks catch was called the other way with Xavier Worthy. Right. We've seen that, and that was a catch in my mind. Okay, take that aside. Let's just say that wasn't a catch. The 2 pass interference calls, the second one for sure, dude, that's bullshit. That's ticky-tack. And here's my problem with that situation. You know how James Harden, I don't know if you guys watch the NBA. James Harden goes and just tries to draw the foul. I don't like when they award the foul call on that bullshit, the floppy shit. Those 2 Bo Nix throws were just literally prayers just to get a pass interference. He actually wasn't trying to complete the pass. They need to kind of officiate properly, and usually they do. When a guy is just throwing the ball up and he's just trying to get contact, right, to get the pass interference call, that's bullshit. Like that, they should be a little more likely to swallow the whistle on those because that's garbage to me. I don't like it. I don't support it, and those were very, very ticky-tack at best. And the craziest thing is there were 0 PIs called that entire game. And then they call 2 on the Bills in overtime, not to mention that stupid interception, which, the bottom line is the rule states tie goes to the runner in baseball, tie goes to the receiver, right, in football. If it's a simultaneous catch, it goes to both, right? It goes to the offense. It's tie goes to the offense. And that was Cooks had the ball. That's a catch. So I don't know how they called that a pick. I have no idea how they called that a pick. Really, really, really pissing me off because that was not a pick. And I think the Bills should have won that game. Josh Allen deserves it, man. He would have had a nice path because he would have had I feel like they could beat the Patriots. Patriots looked human today. Let's be honest. The Patriots did not, until the fourth quarter, not pull away in this game. And CJ Stroud handed them the ball fucking so many times. They did do nothing on offense. And it just shows how good that defense, Houston's defense, dude, championship defense. They got to figure out what the hell they're doing there in Houston because it's not working, right? They fired their offensive coordinator last year, right? And like CJ Stroud still chasing that rookie season. And it's like he had a good rookie season. They fired the offensive coordinator. And CJ Stroud's just not that dude, man. I like CJ Stroud. I mean, I hated him coming out, but I've stayed pretty even on him. I think he's between a starting quarterback and a franchise quarterback. And he looks like, dude, it's just rough. He's won a playoff game 3 straight years, though. You can't take that away from the guy. But those panic moments, just disgusting. Williams cooked with that throw. That was an all-time throw, man. If they had won that game, that throw would be, I'm going to put it up there with, I mean, no, it's not a Super Bowl, but like the immaculate reception, like some of those throws, right? Like I've never seen anything like it. That's a guy fucking scrambling 28, 30 yards back off his back foot, hitting a guy like perfectly in stride with a rocket. The Texans, what's up, Jay, man? How you doing? Texans offense has been pathetic for quite a while now, but yeah, I'm gonna see where Ray's at, so I can see what I'm doing here. Sorry, guys. All right, longest 14-yard touchdown pass I've ever seen. Yeah, so it was a 14-yard touchdown pass. He threw it from his own 43 or so. So it was about 50 yards in the air. But I've never seen a 14-yard touchdown pass that long. What a badass play. The only times you ever see that, I feel like, is obviously fourth downs and like 2-point conversions. We've seen some of those. Kyler Murray had a couple plays like that. But dude, that's when I watched it, I was like, this is the bad Caleb, right? Where it's like, why is he scrambling that far back? Because he didn't have a play, and he makes plays. I love it. It does suck. But do I think Sean McVay is good? I think Sean McVay is the best coach in the NFL. Kyle Shanahan's very, very good. I think Kyle Shanahan's a better coordinator. I think Sean McVay's a better leader and a better coach than Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan has had some major issues in the playoffs, right? I go back to when he was a coordinator as well, but I go back to the 28-3 Atlanta game. I go back to some of his, Super Bowl losses. Like he's the best regular season coach. And I think he's the best offensive mind in the game. I think Sean McVay's got the whole package, and he's right there in terms of offensive mind with Kyle Shanahan. So, yeah, Storey thinks, my other buddy Storey, who's on here quite a bit, thinks that Sean McVay's terrible, but he thinks that every coach is terrible. He literally just wants to fight coaches. I think that's his dream, is just to fight a bunch of coaches.
You stupid fuck. Go buy some sandals. Hey, go buy some sandals. You want to fight? I'll fight you. I haven't fought in 10 years. I'm fighting you. What you got? Let's see. Throw down, bitch. Throw down, bitch.
That Story with every coach ever. I think he likes Kyle Shanahan. I'll give him that. Hetzer, what do the Texans do with CJ Stroud? They're going to extend him now. This is his fourth year, right? This would be his fourth year. So he has one more year before it kicks in, right? Because he was a first-round pick. So he has the fifth-year option. They'll probably pick that up. I don't think they're going to extend him. I don't know. What do they do? Davis Mills isn't the answer. It's purgatory, right? It's the reason CJ Stroud right now is the reason that Kyler Murray got a max contract. Some of these other quarterbacks that just like they're good enough to not, they're an asset, right? They are an asset. Kyler Murray appeared to be an asset. But you don't want to let him walk for nothing, but you also don't want to sign him to that giant deal. Tua was the same situation, right? They had to pay Tua or let him walk. And coming off the year that Tua had, they decided to pay him, which is crazy. Now, I think CJ Stroud is still better than Tua, mainly because of concussion issues. But Tua is just a very small guy, very immobile guy, very bad quarterback. CJ Stroud has some upside, but I just don't feel like he's that dude. He's not that. He's obviously not a Caleb Williams type, I guess, which is the thing. He has been flat out terrible, Trone. I don't think he's flat out terrible because we've seen him his rookie year be elite. We've seen him win a playoff game in 3 straight years, but like this kind of play, this postseason has been atrocious. And let's be honest, Davis Mills has played as good, if not a little better than him this year. Now, I don't think I'd rather have Davis Mills. If you had asked me to start a franchise or to have as my quarterback Davis Mills or CJ Stroud, I'm still taking Stroud. That's like a pretty low bar. It's not like a ringing endorsement on the guy. McDermott, second longest tenured coach in NFL history. Is that right? Or is that just second longest tenured coach in the NFL? Because that's crazy. He's been there a long fucking time. Yeah, okay, not history, but right now. Yeah, good call. What kind of season would the Tiny Dancer have had without Sharbs? Oof. You can ask the same question for both of them, Jay, right? What kind of season would Charbonnet have without the Tiny Dancer and vice versa? A giant season. You could kind of just combine their numbers, right? Because Charbonnet had 12 touchdowns this year, and I think Tiny Dancer had 5. So you could say 17 touchdowns and 1,800, he'd be like a top 4 running back in fantasy. Just so you guys know, I'm pretty sure Kenneth Walker's not going to be there next year because they have to pay him. They're probably more likely to keep Charbonnet and draft a running back. And I think he might be going to the Chiefs. I think Kenneth Walker might be going to the Chiefs. By the way, I'm going to be making the shirts, guys. The shirts are coming soon. I'm going to have 3 options. I'm going to have you guys vote in the Discord about it. I want to have a meat sweat shirt. I want to have a Tiny Dancer shirt, and then just a traditional one with the logo on there. So you need to get people's orders before I make them, before I like commit like $500. I want to have 1,000. I mean, I'll wear them, but I don't want to have like 5 each of each shirt by myself, like for myself. So. And that's a good call. Dakota with the call of the century right here. Man, he would have gotten hurt because Kenneth Walker can't handle the workload. So that's Dakota. That's the best comments, most accurate football comment I've read in years. That's what we're not realizing is that's the reason they haven't used Kenneth Walker as a bell cow, because when they had in the past, he got hurt, and it kind of fouled him from Michigan State. He is an injury-prone player. Zach Charbonnet actually got banged up in the game yesterday, but Zach Charbonnet is definitely more built for a big workload. So I'm so excited about Zach Charbonnet next year with no Kenneth Walker. I'm guessing he would go in like that RB10 to RB12 range, back end RB1, which would be probably early 3rd round. I'll be all over him there, man. I saw a loose ball by Cooks. Maybe my TV has a different view. It wasn't 100% secure, man, but like, I don't know, man. That's a catch. Like, 9 years ago, not a catch, right? Not a catch. Remember the whole Calvin Johnson, remember the stretch the NFL had where like everything was incomplete, which is a terrible strategy by the NFL, where like we had people questioning what is a catch. Now they've kind of reverted back to like most things are catches, right? They're more just like that's a catch because they want it's good for their product, right? Points are good, catches are good, highlights are good. Where like you have guys catching the ball and they lose it when they're going out of bounds a little bit and they don't possess it and it's incomplete. That's very bad for your product. That's like me, like having a stutter. Like maybe you guys would still watch if I had a stutter, but like I don't think that's good radio. That's not good podcasting. That's not good live stream. It's fun to make fun of, but yeah, we don't want that. Chiefs didn't make the playoffs this year, so it was the easiest path for the Bills. You think the Chiefs make the playoffs again next year? Yeah, the Chiefs are gonna, as long as Mahomes is healthy and he comes back strong. Like this was just a weird year. I think it was a culmination of just. It was the year from hell for the Chiefs, right? It was their offensive line. They thought they reinforced it, but they didn't. It got worse, if that's possible. The running game was terrible. Mahomes, they actually played better than he did the year before, technically. Their defense let them down. And it was a year from hell for the Chiefs. And all those close victories they had the previous 3 years, which was an ungodly record. All those games that the Chiefs won and didn't cover, they just lost this year. So as long as they have Andy Reid and Mahomes is 90% off that ACL, they will make the playoffs. Not worried about that. What's going on, Wally? Tough postseason to watch. Sam Darnold is in the NFC Championship game. Rooting for him, though. Yeah, well, Wally is a Vikings fan. So, yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like when your ex, goes on a date like a super hot rich dude. You don't want your ex to like go on from you and then date this guy that's got a 9-inch hog. He's got millions of dollars in the bank. He's also super cool. He's a scratch golfer. Like, I don't want that. I want to be happy for her, but it's also like makes you feel worse because you can't compete with that, right? It's bad.
Yeah, bad. We got to definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song
about diddling kids.
We got Big Ray in the hizzy. Ray, sorry about your loss, man. I know we're both Bears fans, but you're a big Bears fan. You're one of the biggest Bears fans I know. You bleed black and orange. It's black and orange, right? That's the color.
Fuck you, dude. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. The teams change their colors. They have those alternate uniforms. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Are you drunk? Dude, are you black?
What?
Black? Come on. Look at the colors you and I are both wearing right now. It's fucking navy blue, bro.
It's dark. It's dark blue, bro.
Okay, navy blue is dark.
All right, blue and orange. See, I told you. I didn't know. I wasn't fucking with you, man.
And you want to know why it's blue and orange? Because blue and orange are contrasting colors, just like Packers.
Oh, God. We have J-Bob. Tell us how great Josh Allen is.
Yeah, J-Bob. You want to know what? He's way, way, way better than Jalen Hurts. That's where we're at,
It
bro.
was a bad game. It was also against an elite defense throwing to Brandon Cooks.
He had fumbleitis.
He did.
Like stage 4
I mentioned it before. You got on that going into this game, his previous 6 postseason games, 18 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. That's 3 touchdowns a game, 0 turnovers. And it just kind of all came kind of how the Bears luck ran out tonight. Like it's sometimes like the Chiefs luck ran out this year, right? Where eventually it's not going to happen. And like, I just going back and looking at some of those Josh Allen postseason losses, his stats and just the eye test and everything, And the Chiefs game was all-timer, the overtime game. That was insane. 13 seconds, Chiefs get a field goal. That's a win for him.
I told you.
So many great games.
I'll never let my buddy Chase, who was Mikey's roommate in KU, fucking diehard Chiefs fan, like from fucking Wichita. Him and his boys were there. They left early. They left that game early.
Yeah, not a Chiefs fan. Not a Chiefs fan.
They bought tickets. The money. It's like, but admittedly, Rob, they didn't have that comeback factor that the Bears did that season. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing like this season. The Bears this is a once in a lifetime like Cinderella season that we've had.
Here's the rule of thumb, Ray. Rule of thumb: you don't leave a playoff game early. You just don't, unless it's literally 40 to fucking 10. Okay, it's same thing as like if you're going to see a reunion show, you know, like an all-time band, and it's the last time you could see them. You don't leave before the encore. If you're seeing just a random band that you've already seen a bunch of times, you can see again. You can leave before the encore. It's fine. Last show ever, playoff game. No, you don't leave early. You don't. And I will say one more thing about Josh Allen. They showed his previous 5 playoff losses. It was to 4 Mahomes, 1 Burrow. That's literally, you know, go to every team in the Eastern Conference when Jordan was playing. Sucks because like they would have gone to a bunch of championships, right?
Rob, I was literally about to make that parallel. Like all the greats in the East that Jordan did not let win, from all those players on the Knicks, the Pacers, like all, you know, help me out. I know you watch them more. There's another team, right? In the East,
Cavaliers early on.
Yeah, the Cavaliers. Yeah, with Mark Price. Yeah, man. And I'll be honest, man. I know you're a big LaFleur fan compared to me, but I'm happy they resigned him over at least the only coach I would have been not happy about would have been Harbaugh. Because we talked about this. I know you don't like him. I do. But to your point, either way, though, I agree with you that because we said, I said this before yesterday or the day before, and you're like, well, who the fuck are they going to replace him with? And that's a very, 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 very valid point, because the only person that I would have been afraid of would have been Harbaugh. But at the same time, you can make the argument that Harbaugh is an older time character per se, coach, you know, that is outside of his realm. But I mean, Mouth called me yesterday and we were talking. We talked for like about an hour and maybe about 45 minutes. And we were talking about this, and he was saying that because he loves Monken. I mean, I was saying like, I mean, I like him, but I don't. I don't hate him, but I just don't love him. He loves him, so he's a Giants fan, and so he was saying that he loves it because Harbaugh will be there for a little while. He doesn't think Harbaugh will stay there for the 5-year contract. Monken will end up taking over at some point, and he loves that. I don't know about this per se. At least Monken, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
J-Bob, real ones remember when I picked the Broncos to come out of the AFC. I do remember that, J-Bob. Unfortunately, about their quarterback situation. You know what? I still think they have a chance. Stidham is decent. He is decent. Of course, I got the NFC side wrong. Real quick, J-Bob, who would you have picked if you took your heart out of it? Because obviously your heart and your dick and everything is tied to the Eagles. If it wasn't for the Eagles, who would you have picked? And I know you were I was all about the Seahawks all year, and you were pretty slanderous about the Seahawks. So was it the Rams? Just curious. Okay, he has Rams. Yes. So you know what? So I guess let's say I think if you weren't an Eagles fan, you probably would have picked the Rams, because what we were watching with the Eagles, I know you guys, a lot of people, not just Eagles fans, were just head in the stand like, you know what, they'll turn it on for the playoffs. I was one of these people that thought they could do it. Obviously did not happen. It was the same old Eagles team we saw all season. They're like an every other year team, right? 2023, they have a good start. They go lazy and just suck. Awesome, best team in football last year, and then same thing this year. Great start, lazy, just suck. So I think you would have picked the Rams, so you might have actually got it right. Do you have a chance? What do you think the chances are that the Broncos beat the Patriots without Bo Nix? Because Bo Nix, let's be honest, Bo Nix played awful in this game. He didn't play. He played great in the second half. Bo Nix did not play good. Bo Nix always plays bad. Like that team carries him, man. So obviously Stidham's worse. Like he has to be worse than Bo Nix, but it's not a big loss, right? It's not like you lost Josh Allen.
It is because what's going to happen is that the home field advantage will be taken away like automatically. Because if Nix was healthy going into this game, I think it would probably be a coin flip, just like a pick 'em. And if it wasn't, it'd be like a 1.5, some sort of line like that. I just sort of think that, first off, Rob, I can't wait to add Jared Stidham to my lineup in fantasy.
You got a chance, dude. By the way, you know what the line is for the Patriots Broncos game? You know what it's just released.
All right, I don't know.
At Broncos.
If I had to guess, at Broncos, Patriots plus 2.5.
Patriots minus 5.5.
Or I'm sorry, I meant minus.
Yeah. I knew you meant minus 2.5. They're giving no respect to the Broncos and Jared
5.5. Holy shit!
Oh, I might hop on that now,
but
bro.
to be honest, but really though, man,
dude, the Patriots couldn't even put away the Texans. I know the Texans defense is all time, but I'm telling you, the Broncos defense is not bad. And I promise you, Jared Stidham will play better in this game than CJ Stroud played in that game. No one can play worse than CJ Stroud. No one can be worse than the Texans offense, right?
I had multiple groups, group chats that were talking about CJ Stroud and not anything good. That he's just, Rob, I'm gonna say this right now. I know many people watching right now necessarily won't when I say not even understand, but just don't care. But there were many people that were calling the Bears radio pissed off that the Bears traded that first round pick to get the Chase, not the Chase Young, but Chase Young, right? No, what the quarterback on whatever the draft was. You know how the Bears had the first pick and then they traded it. We had to see. Yeah. We could have picked CJ Stroud. That was the pick with the Panthers. Whatever that was. I'm saying there were many Bears fans that were upset that we did not draft CJ Stroud after the year he had his rookie year. And it's here we are. Are you mad? Probably.
No. I'm actually funny is I stay pretty even. I know. I stay pretty even on all these. A lot of people are going to say Bryce Young. They'd rather have Bryce Young than CJ Stroud. I'm not going to go that far. No way. Because I still feel like there's some upside with CJ Stroud.
Dude, right now, right? I'm saying if we didn't have Caleb and I could pick CJ Stroud or Bryce Young, I'm picking fucking Stroud, bro.
Yeah, it's not by a big margin though.
No,
it's not by a big margin. I feel like Stroud might have a lower floor.
All right, I'm just saying, for instance, a Madden rating, I would give CJ Stroud an 80, 84 to 2, and and Young would be a 78 to 82, somewhere. You know what I mean?
Don't worry about it. Tough loss for the Bears. Caleb's biggest problem is he can throw the greatest pass of the year, also the greatest pass of all time in some of these cases, and then and he can't throw a routine pass, I guess is what he's trying to say. Some of those throws he had in the end zone that were fucking 30 feet tall, that's his miss. He misses he just misses.
I think those end zone ones were. I think he was I don't know. I want to hear because the reporters will ask this, so we'll find out tomorrow or tonight, when I can watch these report, the interviews with Ben Johnson and Caleb. But those specific ones you're talking about, Rob, in the end zone, I think those ones, he purposely just launched.
Yeah, probably just throw away.
But there were other ones throughout the whole entire game that he was launching. Honestly, I think that his finger got messed up more than they were talking about when in the beginning of the game.
Let's not forget that Roma Dunze drop in the first quarter.
Dude, that was so bad.
That was a good throw. A little behind him, but that was an easy touchdown.
No, well, dude, they said it. They said it on fucking Chris Collinsworth. He's if it wasn't Chris Collinsworth, I was listening to the Bears radio, so it was Tom Thayer. Either one of those two. It wasn't the play-by-play person, but one of the color guys was just Rome fucked up because I think it might have been the Bears. I think it was Tom Thayer. He's when it's cold. They more want to take it in.
Yeah, they want to catch it with their body opposed to their hands, but that is normal because more so that's actually a wrong statement. When it's wet and shit, you're supposed to catch it with your body because the hands catches are tougher. That's valid. So Chris Collinsworth's also kind of a clown. David says this is a weird comment. Offensive mind ? What exactly makes you think Kyle Shanahan's a genius? A lot of games this season when he's working with nothing. The Mac Jones 3 games that he played. Remember that game against the Rams when Mac Jones was playing and throwing to Kendrick Bourne? They beat the Rams. Dude, beating the Eagles, dude, Kyle Shanahan, again, if you want to hate the guy as a head coach and say he kind of chokes in the playoffs and he makes some questionable decisions, in terms of offensive mind, David, please give me three better. I'll just give you three. Give me three better offensive coordinators. If you want to give me Ben Johnson, we love Ben Johnson. He's still not Kyle Shanahan yet. He could be. John McVay, maybe.
No, that's it. Those, what you just said, those are the top three offensive minds.
Andy Reid, maybe. Like, I'm just saying, like,
there you go.
They're all maybes.
I'm saying that's the Mount Rushmore. I would give that the Mount Rushmore of offensive minds. I don't care about the rest of anything. Reid, Johnson, McVay, and Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan. But Kyle Shanahan's actually the top of the list because Andy Reid has been blessed with Donovan McNabb.
Dude, I would take Ben Johnson
and
over
Travis
Kyle Shanahan right now.
For his upside, because I'm saying, like, Kyle Shanahan's been doing this for a long time.
That's what
I'm saying. Like,
he's proven why we shouldn't trust him. I mean, why is
as
he
a coach, not as an offensive coordinator?
Yes, he was offensive coordinator for the biggest loss of all, or biggest blow comeback of all time.
This is a good one. John Gruden, who we all know. Thank you, Jason. What's going on? Shout out Jason, by the way.
Jason.
Give Jason a shout out. John Gruden, who is clearly blackballed by the NFL. Those emails were not great. And I always tell people this, that Judge John Gruden, none of us, at least most of us, want our emails out there, our text threads out there, the things we've said, right? Tongue in cheek. None of us want that out there. No, I mean, it's funny. Mine's funny. I mean, do you think that people want the Discord, our Discord chat out there? Because there's some fucked up shit.
Rob, here's the best part is that the whole government has all of it. So clearly we're all not bad enough for us to get fucked with. Just saying.
Yeah. Anyways, Kyle Shanahan's still lead offensive coordinator.
It's like I am funny. It's like if we're all that ignorant that it's like anything that we put out, text message, anything on social media, everything's all fucking looked at. Dude, I watched a video of some girl that was a student teacher in Washington, Illinois, which is like an hour south of Indiana or Illinois State. And this was last year, and her student purposely deleted like her student, her plan on her computer, and she texted on Snapchat to like a very apparently there's like a next level private group chat you can have in Snapchat. I don't even know about that, but either way, she's just like, yeah, I would shoot this fucking student or something. Something along those lines. Dude, within an hour, the FBI showed up to that school, bro.
Yeah, that's a joke, but Tron, this is rough.
No, she didn't get in trouble because honestly, she had no record. She was like a good person. It's just frustration of like, exactly what you thought. Like, God, just shit this fucking kid. If I, it's just like, but like, either way, that's my point is that was on Snapchat. The FBI was with there in an hour, so it's like,
they're watching. They're
around and say things on anything on here, the internet, like whatever. Like, if it's that fucked up, it'll be found quick.
Tron, I can't believe my Titans coaching search is headed towards them hiring Matt Nagy.
Yes!
Again,
enjoy!
We know. No. No. I love Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward. I can't wait to draft Cam Ward in best ball next year.
No, Nagy. That's what I'm saying. Enjoy.
No, but I don't want that because I like Cam Ward. I like Eilman. I want to draft these guys next year in fantasy. If they hire Matt Nagy, I'm not going to draft them.
What do you mean? Don't you? Wait. Whoa. Come on, man. Haven't Matt Nagy learned and like gotten his demons and his ghosts out of him under Andy Reid?
I think Matt Nagy is an average offensive coordinator. I think he's an average offensive coordinator, but I think I know he's a terrible head coach. So like whatever his average offensive coordinator skills are. He's a good locker room guy,
though. We know that.
Yeah, I guess he's not going to help.
Don't even you guess.
Club
Dub is an all-time fucking aura. You know that. Don't even fucking rate me about that. What up, Dakota?
What does this mean? Hans Gruber. What's going on, Hans Gruber? Can 49ers still win or do they change the rules? I mean, I don't know what you mean by that because they had no chance in that game at all. Bears were horrible in short yardage plays tonight. Yeah, they were pretty bad in short yardage, even though they ran the ball great, but it was the fourth downs, right, that they were rough on. And, I felt like they underutilized Caleb's legs this game, and luckily my bet hit.
We were screaming that though, man. We were like, we talked about this forever, man. Rob, when I brought that up, that Caleb had in the top 10 20 mile per hour runs. Caleb is was like top 3, top 5, like all like
Yeah.
And it's like, to be honest, Rob, I didn't realize he was that athletic. I just thought it was like, oh, like he can move like, maybe like I don't know, like, half of Lamar basically. You know what I mean? Like as the letters know, like he's just under at Lamar of athleticism, and or he might be quicker. His quickness is next level, man.
He's top 3 in all those things, and he's actually a lot stronger than these other, these Jaden Daniels and these types. Kyler Murray is like he is way stronger. He is closer to Josh Allen's strength than Kyler Murray, right? Like if you have the Kyler Murray scrambling and Josh Allen, Kyler's quicker and faster. But Kyler doesn't have the like high end speed, right? Kyler has quickness. Caleb has both. He has the quickness and the high end speed, and he has 70% of the power, maybe not. I'd say 70% of the power of Josh Allen. Is that fair? That's a lot.
No, dude. I mean, like, well, yeah, I would say 60 to 70. Like, just because he's 6'1", Josh is 6'5". Like, but here's the thing, everybody. I try to explain to my friends, Rob. You know this with Ben. I try to explain to my buddies because a lot of my friends are mad that the Bears didn't kick field goals. I was upset as well. In twice during the game, going for fourth down, this and that. But here's the thing. Ben is an analytic person, and that's what we have to live and die for. And I'm not going to sit here and say, fuck Ben Johnson. You know what I mean? It's like, he's smarter than everybody.
Here's the thing, Ray. Here's the thing, is you saw them kick the field goal later in the game. The game changed. So with this game, the perceived game script of this game, the way the game was supposed to go, did not pan out, right? So had he known that the weather would be more of a factor, that the defense would step up like it did, he probably would have kicked the field goals earlier. But he's sticking to what he believes in, right? His Bible, what Dan Campbell taught him, and analytics as well. And it's fine. I have no issue with it, man.
Dude, Rob, it's all analytics. That's all it is. I mean, I'm saying that's like baseball. I'm saying for the Cubs, that's how the Cubs won. Like, that's Theo, bro. Theo is all analytics. Like, that's how sports are now. I'm not happy about it because, to be honest, I'm old school to a point that, like, I like gut feel and doing what's right, aka running with my guy, running the ball up the middle. It's not like,
TB's in here. He's a big Seahawks fan. Ray, I just want to know, or just want to like, let you know this. I have been saying this whole year, I've been really high on the Seahawks. No, I've been saying though that if the Seahawks play their best game, they're better than any team in football. I've said that multiple times in the show, and I think we saw, we've seen this a couple times in the regular season where they were up 28-3 in the first quarter. And I go back to that first game when Jaden Daniels broke his arm, right? That was like when it first kind of started happening for the Seahawks. They had that run of like 3 out of 4 games. They were up by 28 points in the first quarter. And when they play their best, no one could beat them. Sam Darnold can't even beat them, right? He could play terrible. They still win by fucking 20. So congratulations, TB. I'm going to hit you guys with the intro. And then we're going to get to all your questions.
I know is Ray's in the hunt for the fantasy fucking championship.
There is a chance. Imagine if you set your lineup the first week. By the way, you can't make this shit up. Woody Marks, another 10th appearance in this game. Dude has, I want to say, let's see, it's essentially week 20. He didn't start playing like significant snaps till week 5. Right. So we'll say the last 15 weeks, I want to say Woody Marks has made 12 tent visits. Dude is fucking setting up shop in that tent. I have a theory. Maybe there's a massage therapist in there. He's like a Deshaun Watson that's getting tugged off all the time, because how is he in the tent? And he always comes back in these games. Like he's only left the game 1 out of these 12 visits. Like actually left the game, the whole game. I love it. I love that he like comes through and plays through these injuries. But like, bro, like there's a point where this is getting like really weird. It's too much, dude.
First off, by the way, dude, his tackle on the interception, he boomed the living shit out of that guy. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm saying like, that dude, like he hit like whatever. That dude was running that DB, and all of a sudden, Woody Marks, it just stopped. You know what I mean? It was just a brick wall. He launched himself.
Yeah. What do you? I can't draft him next year. They're gonna have to draft somebody, right? They're gonna draft someone for sure. But either way, let's say he goes in the year as a value.
Hey, whoa, Rob, come on, man, come on, gang.
What do you think they're gonna do?
They got Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon ain't coming back, brother. Just like Helen Hunt's beauty isn't coming back. There's Helen. Hello, Helen. Yeah, no way. Real quick, shout out to the Patreon Army, man. Appreciate you guys. We're still rocking 5 shows a week, even when football's over.
My buddy Steve was at 4. The game tonight.
Oh, hey, shout out, Steve. We're still gonna be rocking 4 shows a week once football is over, so don't worry. A lot of content coming. Other stuff besides football as well to fill the time. If you like the content, you like the guests, you like me, you like the community. The community is the number one reason. You get more than just supporting your boys, which is a big perk. Supporting your boys. Keep the show on the air, man. Access to the Discord community, 71 people strong. If you want to get in there, it's super fun. Great football chat, great chat in general, great people. Community fantasy leagues. We're starting a dynasty league here. Dynasty startup in May. We have 3 spots available if you want to get on that. Guest appearances on the pod. We'll be sitting where Ray's sitting once every couple weeks, maybe more. If we have more people in there, I'm going to have a guest on the show, a fan on the show. We love having that. Maybe have a 3-way with me and Ray. Free merchandise giveaway, boys. These hats. You like these hats? Ooh. Making shirts soon, guys. We have 3 models coming for the shirts.
Are you going to lube me up for that 3-way?
100%, man. You got to be
right,
up. You're all greasy enough.
Right, we're little brothers. Okay, I got you.
Professionalfanatics.com if you want info on that. Also, you do get access to my bets. This might be the biggest perk because it's going to make you money. Another 3-2 week this week. It's not been great in the playoffs. We're still sitting at 92-55 on the year. So I mean, that's a lot of money. Last 4 years, we're making money every year. Fuck that Seahawks game where JSN had 19 yards. And Juwan Jennings, by the way, had that play. He had that. He dropped that fucking pass, that 20-yard pass. He would have had it regardless.
JSN, bro, like I didn't realize like he had the touchdown and then he had second catch. They're like, oh, it's only second catch. I was like, oh my God. Fucking A.
That shows, real quick, that just shows how good the Seahawks are, that the JSN can just be invisible and they can win by that many points because they have so many weapons, right? Their defense. Also, yeah, the record 92-55. So if you want, you get I do release these bets in the streams the day before the games, every NFL Sunday, but I make these bets on Wednesday. So if you get in the Discord, you get early access to these plays. I know like the betting season's getting over, but you get in now. The price never goes up, and it's going to go up next year. It's never going to go up for you. So you're grandfathered in at whatever tier you get in. It's never changing for you. So it's a good investment. You're also supporting your boys, but a good investment because you will be making, if you had placed $100 in every one of these bets, Ray, you would be up about $3,200 with juice. 32 because I don't do juice lines. So, if you bet $10, you'd still be up $320. That would pay for years of this shit. So why not? If you bet, make your own bets, put them in parlays, place the single bets, whatever you want to do. Ray, what do we call the Patreon, the Discord? It's the
the place to be.
The place to be.
What do you call it, Kramer? It was. Come on, Rudy. Come on. We call it the place. The place to be. Yes.
The maestro. The place to be.
Damn straight. Let's see where we're at in the chat here. Josh Allen's 100 times better than Jalen Hurts. He's not 100 times better, but he's a lot better.
He is better, though. Yes.
Let's see here. J Bob said shots. Yeah, I did rip a shot. I handle myself pretty well. I'm
yeah, what about you, J Bob?
We love you, J Bob. Tron Harbaugh equals Mike McCarthy, just thinner. Well, he's definitely thinner. They have the exact same resume. Harbaugh has a Super Bowl. Like shit, so does Mike McCarthy. Here's my difference, though. Mike McCarthy has had 2, in my mind, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and I know you might laugh at the fact Dak Prescott's going to be a Hall of Famer. He will be a Hall of Famer if he keeps on playing like this. He's the Phillip Rivers of this generation, right? Phillip Rivers will be a Hall of Famer.
I'll give you that, but it's like he hasn't won shit. Phillip Rivers has won playoff games.
Well, yeah, I guess, but what does that even mean? So does CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud won playoff games. Just get it? You get it?
No, I don't get it apparently from you because no. I'm just not saying no. I'm going to say no.
All right. Well, anyways, Harbaugh
I get what
has had Lamar
down.
And Joe Flacco. Mike McCarthy has had prime Aaron Rodgers and prime Dak Prescott. That's better.
And, well, Rob, what you need to expand on with the weapons that Prescott has and has.
And those years, remember the Cowboys had a really elite defense. It was only a 2-year stretch.
He's been doing what, like 4,500 yards, pretty much, like almost like on like Q.
Who do you think's the favorite? Now, Hetzer says Patriots. I think the best chance of winning. Now, I think the Seahawks would be, but the Seahawks have a really tough matchup, and I think the Patriots have the easiest. Obviously, they have a backup quarterback they're facing, so they have the best chance to make the Super Bowl. So therefore, they should be the favorites because if you pick the Seahawks, they could easily lose to the Rams. If you pick the Rams, they could easily lose to the Seahawks. I feel like the Patriots, obviously, -5.5. Seattle right now, that just dropped. Seattle's -2.5. At home, Seattle -2.5 against the Rams. You have the Patriots on the road -5.5. So I think that makes the Patriots the favorites because the Patriots can play with anyone. I mean, I know they haven't had the toughest gauntlet of a schedule, and like their playoff schedule has been pretty easy as well. But Drake May's balling, bro. Balling.
Yeah, for me, I think it's gonna be Patriots in Seattle.
Fly Guy says, not happening, Rob. Second string quarterback will look like CJ Stroud. There's no way he has 5 turnovers. I can tell you that much.
What do you mean?
Right?
What do you mean? He definitely could.
I don't, dude. 5 is a lot.
I've seen it in person, bro.
I've seen him rip someone's jawbone off. I've seen it.
I'm saying I saw Matt Barkley throw 5 interceptions in one game on Christmas Eve.
Barkley's the worst.
Oh, well, Stidham, are we really going to sit here and say that he's that much better, bro?
I like Jared Stidham. I like him. I think he's good.
Okay, well, I don't. He sucks.
I may or may not have said the same thing about Max Brosmer.
That's why he's a nobody. He's a nobody of a backup. I'm going to pick him up and win fantasy championship and make my money. And you know, Rob, you know what's going to happen? I'm going to pick him up. He'll win the fucking championship for me. And what's going to happen is I'll take my winnings. You know, I'll say my winnings maybe plus $100 of so $200 out of it. I'll just donate the rest of it to his favorite charity that he has.
Dakota wants to know the list of the details for the dynasty. We're still working those out, Dakota. We have a chat. I'll invite you. You do have to upgrade though, unfortunately, Dakota. He's in the playoff league, but
Dakota, you don't want
I'll talk to you in the Discord. No, he does.
You want to know this shit.
It's all voted. That's how I run my league. Shit. This is how I run my leagues. It's all voted by the league. Majority rules on everything, and that way everyone's happy. That's how you do a democracy. I'm a very, very, very fair gentleman. Also, we're doing the, as always, the Pro Fan Fundraiser. Every 5 supers is a beer chug. Every $20 super chat's a beer chug. Everyone that signs up for the Patreon during the stream, beer chug. Also, if we get 15 super chats, I do a shot. I do a shot. And here's Ray. Say hello to Ray.
You really
don't like
that one up instead of my fucking.
Here you go.
There, this is the one you want. This is Ray at the game. This is Big Ray.
Hey, Rob, by the way, what I'm going to do is, Rob, I'm going to send you. I need you to edit a video for me. It'll be very easy. For you, at least.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's over, Denver. South Park whooped your ass. You better shut your mouth before I shut it for you. What do you want to do, huh?
Bad Dad coming at you, Rob. I'm gonna fucking ray your mom's, Rob. You don't want no part of the bat.
You're gonna ray my mom's mom? My mom's been dead for a long time, so you can go to the grave and dig her up if you'd like.
I'm not gonna be necrophilia digging up dead bodies. Don't you worry, because I am the bad dad.
Where are we at here? I'm sorry, I lost my spot in the chat. I've had a couple adult beverages. Let's see. I can't respect the Broncos defense, man. They look so vulnerable. They do right now. Not so vulnerable, but they're not the defense we were sold, Ray. But they had the talent, right?
Here's the thing. They have the entire talent on the team to go to the Super Bowl. So if they can just somehow figure it out and keep things close, have a good run game. By the way, dude, I was on the phone with Mouse South during that Denver game, and he has RJ Harvey. And I was like, and the first handoff goes to Jalen McLaughlin. He's like, oh.
Will McLaughlin is a thorn in the side. Tyler Bidet is still playing. That's just what you're gonna get in Denver. Sean Payton likes fucking with shit, man. That's also let's heed the warning for RJ Harvey drafters next year, right?
Keep my brother's name out of your mouth, okay?
Heed the warning for RJ Harvey.
Sigma Chi brother, okay? Sean Payton, Eastern Illinois.
Maybe Broncos can find a way to run the clock and their defense can play a great game. That's the upside. 5.5 points is a fuckload, bro. Hetzer says, I think the Seahawks are going to fuck the Rams.
I believe that.
Ooh. Well, let's not forget the last games these teams have played. Now, the fact that Seahawks won that game, the Thursday Night Football game, that was the fantasy semifinal, I believe. Yeah, fantasy semifinal, where Puka went crazy. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
No, that wasn't the semifinal. That was
remember Seahawks won the last time they played. That's all I know.
Oh, they didn't win. They got lucky. They had a Shaheed return.
They didn't win. They got lucky. Well, you know what, Rob? What does the score say?
If you watch that game, the Rams dominated that game. It took a lot. I'm just saying. Remember the lucky 2-point conversion with Charbonnet picked up the ball?
Just classic.
Dude, watching the games, I've been looking at box score. Remember the Charbonnet 2-point conversion? I'm just saying the Rams have it. The Rams match up well against Seahawks. They have at least all year.
I'm just looking for an answer. We know who won.
Yeah, that's not an encouraging victory. Is all. No, that's a different team, right? A different team than what Seahawks are right now. That was a bad game, but I'm just saying that was not an encouraging victory. If you want to bring that up, it was not an encouraging victory.
I'm going to bring it up because they won. I don't give a shit if it was encouraging.
Okay. Saying, no pukes to my left, no pukes to my right.
My point is, Rob, I'm just saying you're going to hold a team's head over like, oh, that wasn't that much impressive. You beat them. I think, like, come on, like. I understand.
Was the Bears win against the Packers in week whatever the last regular season game? Was that impressive to you? They recovered an onside kick, dude.
We won 3 out of 4 times in the last time we played them.
I'm just saying, was the playoff game was more impressive, but was the onside kick game impressive, dude?
Mm-hmm.
We were fucking terrible. No, it was not. Not impressive. If you require an onside kick to win a football game, you didn't deserve to win because it's all luck. If you require receipts,
in current NFL, you can't recover an onside kick. You don't deserve to fucking win either.
I guess better team lost.
They set it up so easy. If you're gonna do an onside kick to recover it, the fucking Packer can suck my fucking huge left nut. They don't know how to do it clearly.
Whoa, what is this from? No pukesters to my left, no pukesters to my right. What is that from?
It's a take on the first Quentin Tarantino movie, Joker's on my left. With
Oh, okay. I thought it was this.
Simple Jack, the story of a mentally impaired farmhand who can talk to animals, was a box office disaster that many critics called one of the worst movies of all time.
Got a good brain.
I think you've got a fine brain, Jack.
You make me happy.
But now the question is, can speed...
I almost just spit up my beer watching him do that thing.
Oh, dude.
I've seen that clip. Like, I've watched the movie 6 times, maybe.
It doesn't
but that clip,
better. It always gets better.
I've played that clip 40 times since I uploaded it, and I'm still spitting up my beer watching it fucking do that thing.
It's even funny because Ben Stiller openly, again, I'm not being trying to be political here, but he's openly a huge liberal. And the fact that, that's even funnier where Robert Downey Jr., who's also super liberal, does blackface, playing a dude, playing another dude. And he's like, hey, simple, he's like, all those movies. He's like, they full retarded. You, Simple Jack, you want full retard.
Caleb Williams is the next John Elway. I like Fly Guy. He's a Fly Guy. Are you local? Are you a Chicago boy? Because we're all in Chicago. Me and I think all 7 of my co-hosts are local, or at least from Chicago. Most of us
Rob, you know what's great about that? I love that. That means we win 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, late in his career though, I don't like that.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. We win 2 Super Bowls. Give me John Elway's career for him. Oh, I'm
TV,
sorry.
you're a good call
All
here.
right, real
Titans
quick.
don't
We
care
go to
about winning.
we go to 6 Super Bowls. That means we go to 6 Super Bowls, win 2.
John Elway didn't go to 6 Super Bowls.
Yes, he did.
No,
he lost.
That's not John Elway. That's the Bills.
John Elway went to. Oh, I'm sorry, championships. I apologize.
He went to championship games. Yeah, TB Titans don't care about winning. They're happy with revenue. They're happy about revenue sharing. That's true. Titans have an awful organization. Let's just look back at some of the moves real quick. Getting rid of Mike Vrabel, bad move. Bad move.
Really?
The AJ Brown
come
trade.
On. Hey, Rob. I mean, dude, the guy only just brought a team. You know, Rob. I think you're stupid to say that.
Getting rid of AJ Brown for nothing. That's a bad move for literally Treylon Burks, who was an unknown who had asthma, who was 240 pounds. Bad move. Moving off Derrick Henry. Bad. I mean, just the list goes on in terms of bad.
Hey, by the way, my pride in the fantasy champion, this fantasy playoff.
Yeah.
To you.
All right.
I mean, I want to win.
It's me and Storey. I blame our bad picks on Storey. So Woody Marks played a fucking horrible game. Well, you know, the touchdown called, but yeah, he didn't play great.
And he did not, but I said the O-line didn't really, and in general, the whole offense just bad play calling. Not good.
Elway played in 5 Super Bowls. Is that right? So he was 2 and 3. Okay, maybe I was a little bit crazy saying I knew it wasn't 6. 6 is crazy. 5. That's impressive. Holy fuck.
No, that's what it was. No, because Rob, the whole thing was that my buddy that I grew up with, Jake Jariga, his dad was Jim Jariga. Jim Jariga won the he was a starting guard for Illinois when they won the Rose Bowl in '84. And then he got drafted and he started for all those Elway Broncos teams when they went to the Super Bowl and lost those 3 that guy's talking about, the 5. And he unfortunately had neck and back problems, so he had to retire. He became a veterinarian, and money wise was okay, but yeah, I guess I'm sorry. I said 4. It was 3. I apologize.
Yeah, a couple of those Stroud picks were absolutely insane. That's just a bad performance. The Steelers game was terrible too. So he's just
but Rob, let's be real. At this point, I think Stroud's 20 to I'll say 17 to 25, ranking going forward.
Yeah, I would buy stock at that. I would buy stock at that price.
But I'm saying, am I wrong to think that it's just the eye test, man? In the last and now 2 years, his rookie year was awesome. So it's his 3rd year, right? He had his rookie year, so 3rd year. Dude, he's not. It's just not. Caleb Williams is a million times ahead of this guy.
Hetzer wants to know how many beers you are in.
So I drank probably 7 shots over between before the game, the Bears game, and during the game. And during the game, I had I would say beers wise with shots to equal it out.
Not hard. Pick it up. How many?
12-pack.
You've had 12 beers and 7 shots?
No, I'm just saying equaling out for
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's what I've had. See, I am just a tank of tanks. Even though you're a bigger tank than me.
Well, the thing is, I started drinking at 2 p.m., but I stopped, and then I started drinking again. So basically, I got sober again. Oh. But at the same time, that means there's still liquor in.
Hetzer's saying you're drunk. Can you tell I'm drunk, Hetzer? Because I've had about 11 beers.
Rob, hey, everybody, Rob thinks he can outdrink me. It's just never going to happen.
Hey. No.
Hey,
I can drink as much as you and stay sober.
No,
if that makes
sense.
And stay coherent. Well,
if you and I eat the equal meal and drink the equal amount of liquor, you will be much drunker than me. It's not even close.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, not Rob. Every time I'm drunk as fuck and just slur out of my mind, I don't eat. And I drink.
That's on you.
I understand.
I'm
just telling you.
Chill.
Everybody,
Just
it's
chill.
on
Am
you.
I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Okay, then.
You just take it easy, man.
You know, that's your answer for everything, dude. And let me point out something. Pacifism is not... Look at our current situation with that camel fucker in Iraq. Pacifism is not something to hide behind.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
All I know is I'm John Goodman and you're
Answer.
Jeff
I'm not
Bridges.
trying to hide it.
No.
I haven't tried to hide it.
No,
I just-
fuck
I
Rob.
just
I'm,
maintain.
in that clip he just played, I'm fucking John Goodman. He's fucking Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well, you
Right,
wanna
eat.
know what?
That's a good call. Dakota, Ray needs to eat. Just eat. Just eat. And no, we should tell Meat Sweats to eat. He's Meat Sweat for God's sakes.
I'm ready
right?
to eat. I'm not even that drunk. You're just mad that I'm
I
just
didn't say it. You have people in the comments asking how much you drank.
more than they want to know. But no, actually less than they want to know.
All right.
No,
All
actually,
right.
let me bring that less than they want to know because here's the thing. I do dabs, Rob, so I'm more like that.
All right.
that I'm more
Whatever. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm gonna continue on, and we have to keep trucking on here. Let's see. If it's a Rams Broncos Super Bowl, do I have a chance with Puka, Parkinson, and Lutz? I don't know, man. We have Mevis, the Rams defense, and we have Stafford, so that's good for us. Here's the thing: Chaz won the league. Chaz officially won the league. He has 7 fucking Patriots players, so no one's beating Chaz. It's impossible. I've done the math.
Bro, I'm about to fucking pick up the Broncos quarterback. I'm about to win this shit. Yeah.
No.
Denver,
I'll bet you right now. You want to bet?
No, I don't want to bet you shit. I'm just telling you, Denver and Seattle, that's the Super Bowl. Ray is winning that. Because that means I'll have Denver's quarterback. I got 2 receivers from Denver. And then I have Tiny Dancer. I got Seattle's defense. And I got Rashad Shaheed. So that means I have 6 players, including or 4 or 5. Whatever. Doesn't matter. That means I got 5 players with a defense.
All right.
And a quarterback.
He's gonna have such a big lead because he has all those Patriots. He already has a big lead. You're not gonna be able to come back.
Did you not hear what I just said? That means the Patriots
I'll bet you right now.
I just said that means the Broncos are winning in my head. If I win, the Broncos are winning. If of course, if the Broncos lose, yeah, he's gonna win. I looked at his team, like, yeah, of course, he's gonna win, no doubt. You know what's funny? God's gonna fucking give Ray a little grease. He's gonna add a little grease in between the folds.
Nick says, I thought Joe Mixon's last pick of the draft was gonna be smart. Ray actually spent $7 on him in a auction draft. I was saying from pretty much 3 weeks before the season started.
You're gonna make fun of me and laugh.
Joe
Just give the real fucking facts, okay? Give it one more.
Don't draft Joe Mixon. We knew when there's no reports, it's bad, right? We knew Joe Mixon.
You're making fun of me. You said 9. Just be fair. I gave it 10. Okay.
Oh, 10. My bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying you're being an asshole. Make fun of me, which is valid. I fucked up, but make fun of me for rightfully what? So even worse, $10.
Hetzer, you guys make me happy. Thanks, Hetzer. Thanks. Titans a poverty franchise. I'm sorry, just another team to step over, stomp down. They are. Although, let's be honest, man, the Titans had pretty nice glory times, dude. Like they had the Steve McNair era, which ripped Steve McNair. It was awesome. And then, the Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill era was fucking good. It was good.
Like, to be honest, like true Titans fans were Houston Oilers fans. And Moon, what's his name? Jalen Moon, Warren Moon,
yeah.
Gave them, dude. Warren Moon was ahead of his time. By the way,
Warren Moon was awesome.
I'm gonna say, Rob, I'll just say there's one thing. Like many, we talk I'll talk all these quarterbacks. We'll talk these quarterbacks, this and that. I want everybody to understand. One quarterback that is the most underrated quarterback of all time that I would put top 3 as a talent, not his accomplishments, his talent. Dan Marino. Everybody, if
Dan
you
Marino all
don't,
the time.
no, what I'm saying everybody, you don't know this. I know Rob probably knows this because he pays attention, but Dan Marino threw for 5,083 yards in 1983. Okay?
Rookie year.
So I'm just letting everybody know. Think about that. 1983, 5,000 fucking yards.
Took his team to the Super Bowl.
I'm saying, Rob, I'm just saying, if he played when, let's just say the highest yardage that Drew Brees threw for, and you put Dan Marino on that team, whatever yardage that Drew Brees threw for, Dan Marino would have thrown for an extra, in my eyes, probably an extra 500 yards plus.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
different eras. 100%.
But I'm saying, like, it's just like
It was 84 apparently, but same thing.
What? Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that was the year of the quarterback. It was wasn't that Elway's draft too?
Yes.
I think it was Jim Kelly.
Yes, the
Jim
four
Kelly.
quarterbacks. They the four all-time quarterbacks. Woo! Jim Kelly.
Hey,
Jim
guess
Kelly.
what? It looks like the Caleb draft and the Drake May draft and the Bo Nix draft and the Jaden Daniels draft, and to a lesser extent, well, I also got JJ McCarthy in that draft. Does that just ruin it for you? Sorry, Wally. Does that just ruin the draft? JJ McCarthy was there.
I love it.
Michael Penix, like, it was that draft oozed talent.
It's years away, don't care. Jesus Christ. You ooze talent.
I think you were forgetting the 03 draft. Rivers, Eli, Roethlisberger.
Big Ben. Yeah, it was good. But this has 4.
Oh, yeah, it was good. Just had all 3 quarterbacks. Oh, God.
They're good. This has 4, though. This has 4. Like, dude, Caleb and Drake May are can't misses, right? Bo Nix just seems to be that dude with a system. And then I'm not forgetting about Jaden Daniels, my dude. He went to an NFC Championship game as a rookie with the Washington Commanders, one of the worst franchises ever. And look at that team now, right? Look at that roster. That roster sucks, bro. Jaden Daniels I think Jaden Daniels' rookie season was better than Caleb's season this year, if you want to think about it. Same result, right? Lost in it. No, actually, better result, NFC Championship game.
It wasn't just because nobody's had 7 comeback or 6 regular season comeback wins.
I'm looking at the talent level, right? I'm looking at who he had around him. He had Terry McLaurin, and that was it. That was it, dude. It's rough.
Well, to be honest, Rob, I think Jaden Daniels is a fraud. So
maybe. I'm just saying his rookie year was like all time. I'm going to grab another beer.
When he came back healthy, he looked like shit. So
that's because he was playing behind a bad offensive line and a terrible team with Cliff Kingsbury, who's getting ready to take his next job.
Rob, if we're going to continue talking Washington Commanders, you do what you need to do, and I'll just follow suit. Do it.
Yeah, I hate the Commanders. I'm going to play this clip, and then I'm grabbing a beer real quick.
Hello, everybody.
All right, almost caught up in the comments. We will. Is this Matt Nagy? Oh, they didn't. I thought you say announced they hired Matt Nagy. Good. Okay, they didn't hire him yet. Hopefully, they don't hire Matt Nagy. We have a lot of comments about drinking.
Rob, to be honest, dude, like, just get over yourself. When I say this, I know, but it's a funny way of saying this. Matt Nagy will be hired at some point. Maybe not this year. He will have another spot sometime. It'll probably be this year. Honestly, Rob, you know what it is? It will be the Titans. You want to know why? Because the guy who's running the Titans was an ex-head executive of the Chiefs.
Well, that's not good. That's not a good omen.
I'm just saying, like, Rob, I'm going to say this one thing. Do you not think that, and when I'm not even NFL, just sports in general, are the same difference if you have a job? It's the same difference as politics. It's who you know.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay.
To get your first job, and then you don't get a second job. And unfortunately, Matt Nagy might get a second job.
Rob, dude, you know that Ryan Pace is head of the Falcons personnel, right?
Yeah.
Why he was? People wonder, oh my God, the Falcons have such a horrible quarterback situation. Wonder why.
I wonder why.
Ryan Pace signed off on the fucking Kirk Cousins contract and then signed off on taking Penix. Yeah. And you know what's funny?
Colby.
No, Rob, I'm saying the last thing I'll say. I've seen nothing about him being fired. Stefanski's coming in.
I like Stefanski. I think that's a good hire.
I do too. I'm laughing at the fact of fucking Ryan Pace. It's a joke. Like that,
Colby, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
it's a horrible thing. It's an absolute horrible thing.
No, he says I see the same all the time.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I handle my shit, my dude. Well, I know I have to. The thing is, I can't come on here being I can't. I mean, I have before on the podcast. A couple pods in the past, I've been really rough. The entire start of this pod, the first year and a half with me and Kappa, I was so lit. It was
so
wild.
basically, he's telling me that I'm drunk as hell. Okay, good.
He said I can tell when Ray is drunk. Smiley laughing emoji. This is a good one. If you were both to drink the same amount and we take off in a car, I'd rather have Ray behind the wheel if we get pulled over. See, that's counter. That's a counter comment to what I just heard, right? Like, I was always a designated drunk driver, man. I don't know what movie that's from, but what movie is that from? It's awesome. I was
designated drunk driver was it was oh, God damn it.
Is that Hangover? I don't think it's Hangover. Yeah, look that up.
Yeah, well. But no, I mean,
Mr. Free Throw was a huge Oilers fan.
He's not wrong. I mean, I am a good drunk driver, but obviously, not a good thing to do that. So,
I was a huge Oilers fan.
Oh no, go back. I'm just gonna go back to the last thing so I can see that.
Well, that's not the quote. The quote is, "I was always the designated drunk driver."
Yeah, it was.
That's the quote. Let's see where we're at. Titans fucking around trying to hire Nagy. I don't get it. I think it's a bad hire. Bad hire. He's fine for an offensive coordinator, maybe, but not as a head coach. Not on board with that one. Goddamn, I hope Todd Bowles gets fired next season when I know for a fact he's going to have another midseason collapse. Todd Bowles needs to get fired. I like Todd Bowles as a coordinator, not as a head coach. He had his run. He had his chance. Bad
call, by the way, it was Hangover.
Yeah, all right. Look at that.
But it was hold on. I'm trying to figure out which one it was. It was Hangover though. Oh no, it was. It says true. Don't forget, Phil is always the designated drunk driver. That was the original.
Yeah, damn straight. That's
yeah, you do.
Kind of me. That's not a good thing, but I don't want to do
that.
Joe Blacko would rather have what's going on, Joe? I'd rather have McCarthy than Nagy. I would agree with you. I mean, I'm not hot at all.
No, I mean neither. But like, I know what Nagy brings, and to be honest, like I am 100% a second chance person because I would love second chance myself, and I think Nagy could be a better coach as a second chance, but depending, I would say, like, for instance, Rob, did you see that Pittsburgh, like, didn't hire, but interviewed McCarthy? Like, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need a professional. There it is. They should have just kept the guy they had, but for another day. Joe says, how bad was Nagy? I'm ready to disown my Titans. Well, no, the thing is, Matt Nagy is bad, but actually for the Titans, it's like kind of an upgrade. It's crazy. It's like your buddy was dating a super fat, disgusting, mean person, and now she's just dating now he's dating a fat, disgusting person that's not mean. That's the Matt Nagy hire. You're still dating a fat, disgusting person, but she's nice. And Matt Nagy's nice. Callahan was terrible, dude.
You want me to give you the actual reasoning? No. You don't want Nagy. Nagy's going to come in. Oh.
He's better than Callahan, though. Better what they had.
Well, Rob, real quick, clearly he heard me say what I just said. So I did just say he will. I'm literally 50-50 with Nagy going forward. He will either come in, do what you want, which will be learning from his mistakes, being able to learn from under Andy Reid, and just lead your team with, Cam Ward and, the offensive prowess you guys got going forward. But here's the problem is that the Bears had such a good prowess, dude, and he just blew it. Like, I'm just saying that I'm not going to be 100% sold if you guys hire Matt Nagy. Like, I'm not going to sit here and admittedly, I will never sit here and say, if you guys hire Matt Nagy, oh, you guys fucked yourselves. You're done. Like, go have fun with him. I won't go down that road, but I'm also not going to be like, you guys ace that hire. Like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, that's a great, great, great hire. But Matt Nagy, he's a good person in the locker room. You guys have a good base. Especially, I'm with Rob. I do believe in the quarterback going forward, and so there's a lot of things to build with. It's just that if you're going to expect there and sit that Ben Johnson's going to walk in, do not expect that. That's all I'll say.
No, and the finalists are Matt Nagy and Robert Saleh. I'd much rather have Robert Saleh.
Back.
Again, Robert Saleh, I know at least he's
No.
a lead at his
No.
side
I'm
of
sorry.
the-
I'm going to go with Nagy. I'd rather just go with – I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to go with the offensive mind.
I get that with the rookie or second-year quarterback. I understand that. Robert Saleh is a better dude, again, I can't judge anyone on their tenure when it's on the Jets.
No,
if they
Rob,
stuck in the Jets, I can't
Rob,
judge it on that.
No, I'm not judging him on that either, Rob. Because Rob, I've been watching Robert Saleh since Stanford. You know what I mean? Like, I like him as a defensive coach. I like him as a coach. It's just that if I'm going to be running the Titans, I'm not going to just go with Saleh, who's the defensive coordinator, because honestly, Rob, we've done this forever. Man, I don't know. I'm going Nagy. I'll just take that chance over Saleh. I'll just leave it at that.
All right, a couple more questions here. We are one super chat away from extending the show for 20 minutes if anyone wants some more football content. Otherwise, I think tomorrow it's either going to be a late show or we're going to take the night off because it's the championship game for college. We'll be back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I will do tomorrow, though, if we'll see. We'll see about tomorrow. Tomorrow is TB. What's up?
I'll hop on.
It's going to be a late game. I think that college game is going to take 5 hours, bro. I mean, these college games don't ever finish. Need someone to develop Cam or a fuck. There, GT. There goes GT. I'm at Chug a Brewski. Let's see.
Oh, so you'll just chug. Okay.
No, Ray, I think you need to get some sleep. I'll be honest with you. I need to get some sleep. I'm gonna take care of this on my own.
You guys are a fucking joke. You, everybody. Like, if I had to literally tell you,
No.
You guys.
Let me just. I'll tap this off. You got to work in the morning. Get some sleep. I'll take care of this. And we'll see you soon.
Fun jokes on you.
No, there's no jokes.
No, it's you're just making me laugh.
No, I am pretty funny. No, I'm like a bartender, bro. I'm like a bartender. Yeah, I got 20 minutes left.
Rob,
I'm gonna finish this off.
Rob, you're insulting me. You're literally acting like, dude, I have been blacked out on this channel. I am not even close to this. And you're literally been like, all right, Ray, like, bon voyage, get off. Are you like, that's why I'm calling you on it. It's like, I'm just saying, like, okay. I'll leave. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, I have been way more fucked up.
You have. Look who we have here. Yeah. Look who we have. Man.
I'll leave.
Look who it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, hey, I'll talk to you soon. I'm
not happy about this.
All right. Well, what's going on, Storey? Sorry, we had a little. Ray was.
We lost Ray.
So he's hammered, so he's getting mad at me. So I'm just trying to keep this professional and professional. I mean, I'm hammered as fuck, as you know. I always am. But what's going on, man? Where you been?
Out and about and enjoying not the greatest Bears win. It was an amazing.
No, the Bears loss. You're toasted too, bro.
Been there, done that.
You've been doing charity work. Tell the people about your charity work. You're a very charitable man.
Yeah, I'm on the board of directors for our area food pantry. We try to help people who are in, less than ideal circumstances. So if you have any interest in, supporting us, contact me directly and we'll help you out. But we're here to talk about football, fantasy football, yeah. So there you go.
All right. We're just talking about Matt Nagy to the Titans. It's not good.
Well, not the only one. You saw the top of the list, right?
Robert Saleh, right?
Yeah, Saleh was the.
I want Saleh over Nagy all day long, bro.
Yeah. Well, it was Saleh, it was Nagy, and it was one other dude. I can't remember.
It's not a good. There's not good options. That's the point. But dude, I'm sorry. Saleh is at least really good at what he does. I don't know if Nagy's really good at what he does. And I was saying before you got on, I feel like you can't judge Robert Saleh from the Jets tenure because it's the Jets. It's not his fault. You know what I mean? It might be his fault, but.
Well, we tried to give Aaron Glenn a ton of passes because it was the Jets. We gave Robert Saleh a ton of passes because it was the Jets. And he came crawling back to San Francisco. What are we supposed to do? Is the Jets just that bad of a franchise where we realize that nobody can actually go there and deal with it? What are we supposed to actually do? Can nobody go there and do it?
Speaking of the Jets, what happens to Justin Fields and Breece Hall? I've been talking about this 3 days ago. I was talking about Justin Fields should become Taysom Hill, right? At Taysom Hill. Can we have that? For the Ravens, that'd be cool.
I mean, even the Saints are smart enough to give Taysom Hill one game where they're like, "Hey, here's what's gonna happen. You go out and do your thing. We're gonna give you every single touch at running back. Go nuts. That's a smart organization. Go out there and have a good time. You know what I mean?"
Real quick, give me your thoughts on the games. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. I'm going to do this real quick since we love to do this on the show. Let's do our two big things. What do you got? Give me your two. I want your two biggest takeaways from this weekend since you haven't been on. Is it Josh Allen crying and just, another rough loss for him? Is it CJ Stroud just being the biggest turd of all time? I mean, give me your two big things.
Yeah, I mean, I not thrilled with Josh Allen crying. Fine, whatever. My biggest thing is, God, the Patriots. I thought this team was actually a team of destiny, but it's a team of circumstance. They're just going to stumble their way into a Super Bowl. They're just going to make every team in front of them. Every team in front of them has just fallen over themselves to let the Patriots kind of work themselves into a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Easy money for the Patriots. It's insane. But it's the regular season is just extended to the postseason for them. And now they just have Jared Stidham, right? CJ Stroud, whatever. We'll see when they face a real team in the Super Bowl. But you see the line, by the way, -5.5 on the road.
Is 5.5 for them against?
Yeah, on the road, bro.
So, but what are the Super Bowl lines? Those have got to be up, right?
I haven't seen those. I'm just looking at my app right now. Over under 40.5. We have Seahawks -2.5.
40.5?
Or
really?
Yeah. So I kind of like the Broncos for that number. I really do.
I mean, so I'd love to take the Patriots, but man, the Broncos defense is no joke. That's the problem. Surtain.
I feel like they've played worse than they've played worse than they actually are. Their talent's amazing. They just haven't played great all year. But they do have the talent on all three levels to, control this game. And you saw even the Texans defense is better than what you have in Denver. They've been playing better. But the fact that CJ Stroud played an F, I'm going to call it an F-. Is this an F- game from him? And they were still in this game. Right? That just says a lot to me. And now this is in Denver, right? That was in New England. Now you have a home game. Sean Payton, who I know you hate, still a good coach.
Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack with this game. Number one, the Patriots, like, they could not take advantage of, like, the Texans turned the ball over 5 times. So the Patriots should have been up in this game by triple digits.
25?
Yeah, they should have been up by
100. No, it could have been 100.
I mean, they should have been up by like multiple scores right off the bat. The fact that they kept them in this is a miracle. I'm just not impressed by what Drake May and the Patriots have put on film in the postseason. What are we supposed to take away from this?
I take away that I've been saying for a couple weeks now that Drake May is a fumbling fool, and he's a turnover guy, right? He hasn't shown it this year, but on top of that, though, yes, the fumbles, all that kind of stuff. He also just throws touchdown passes, right? That dude has the best deep ball in the league right now. That throw to Kayshon Boutte, I know the catch was awesome. He lays the ball where only his receivers can catch the ball. It's fucking impressive, man. And Drake May is that dude. The problem is, I don't think the Patriots defense, they looked amazing today. I love the schemes, but they don't have the talent. Their secondary is fine. I feel like Denver plus 5.5, brother. I love that one. So you didn't like Josh Allen crying. I love Josh Allen crying. That dude cares, right? Josh Allen's put his heart and his soul and his body on the line for this team year in, year out, and he puts it on himself. I don't put this loss on Josh Allen. I put this loss on the referees. I'm not that guy, Storey, that just fucking blames referees for shit. But okay, let me ask you this. Brandon Cooks, was that a catch or not? I think it's a catch.
That's a catch.
Thank you. Ty goes to the runner in baseball, and Ty goes to the offense in football.
Every day and twice on Sunday, that's a catch. Like,
fucking catch. That's the game. That's it's a 37-yard field goal.
Also, that back shoulder to Christian Kirk, that touchdown from CJ Stroud, like, that's why the guy, I understand that he's got like 4 interceptions or 4 turnovers this game, like, but like those kind of throws, there's very few quarterbacks who can do what CJ Stroud does when he throws when he makes that kind of throw.
I feel bad. I just feel bad for the Bills. Like they had this game. They bounced back. That dumb fumble by Josh Allen. I put that on McDermott in the end of the second quarter there before half. That was silly. Don't even have him run that play for one. But not only, okay, take the stupid interception, which was a catch from Brandon Cooks in both of our minds aside. Those pass interference calls, dude, that, you know what I compared it to earlier? It's, James, think about the NBA, James Harden, some of these floppers that just drive to the lane to get a foul call. I don't want to reward them with a foul, like when it's not a clear foul. Those throws from Bo Nix to the receivers were just like prayers that there's going to be a penalty. They weren't trying to complete the pass. In that case, when it's a ticky-tack, questionable pass interference call, don't call the pass interference because it was not a completable pass. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a catchable pass.
I agree with you. And I texted you that the other night. I'm like, listen, you're going to throw up lollipops and let the receiver kind of like hope to get a pass interference call. That's fine, but call it the same way across the entire game, because in the fourth quarter, like, you had the defender pulling down Christian Kirk in the same exact type of play, and he doesn't get the pass interference call, but Bo Nix gets 2 pass interference calls in overtime. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't care if you're going to call a pass interference call on that, but make it consistent across the entire game. That's what people are pissed about. It's not the fact that the game got decided on that call at the end. It's the fact that it was not called like earlier in the game when
zero PI calls the entire game, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 in overtime. What are we doing?
But
Like,
yeah, the same exact type of call against Denver
Right.
should have been called. Like, it's just not consistent. That's what people are pissed about. And you know, the whole
Story, you know, historically, real quick, sorry to cut you off. Historically, when the game's on the line, right? Like same with, I'm gonna compare this to NBA again. You swallow the whistle and you let the players decide the game when the game's on the line, right? In the first quarter, you should call things tighter early in the game than later in the game, right? Like, you don't want the game to be decided by a penalty. That's like the golden rule of officiating in sports.
So that's what, like, my wife and I were watching the game, and she's like, that's it, like that's the game. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, like it is by definition, but like, should it be? Should we be subject to this? Like, is that the way that we want the game to end? Where it's just okay, so the referees are gonna start popping their heads up and start calling pass interference when the game's on the line? Is that how we want the game to end? Because that's exactly what happened, right? They're swallowing their whistles the entire time, and then when the game's on the line, it's like, all right, we're gonna start calling it. Like, I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, we have to deal with it because it's the game that we're given, but I absolutely hate it.
UNC got a feel for Bo Nix. He can't play in the biggest game of his NFL career, you know, but he got him there. I love how he played through it, right? He ran the 2 snaps, and good for him, right? Good for him. Like, Bo Nix is that dude. Hector says, fucking A, Story buzz now too. What were you drinking, Story?
IPAs.
There it is. We cracked the code. Yeah,
hey,
I don't think I've ever seen this fucked up in the stream, but you know, Story is a very articulate individual.
Metzer, you figured out the code, man. It's IPAs.
8%ers. Drake May is such a robot. Does he feel any emotion at all? You know what's funny is you mentioned this months ago, Story, that Drake May was a much more flamboyant, cocky individual in college, and you said he must have had a coach or something, because his interviews, everything is just he's really like the quarterback like that you would build in a lab right now, because he's just nails and he's respectful.
And watch his North Carolina tape. Like, he is way more exuberant than he is now. Like, they figured something out with him.
Mr. Free Throw, you guys see Nick Foles' message to Denver trolling the Patriots? I did not.
Oh yeah, you didn't see this? He's like he like Nick Foles is basically like, yo, it sucks. By the way, New England has a habit of losing the Super Bowl to a backup quarterback. ... Like, he's basically hinting like, hey, sign me. It's an amazing tweet. You should
I like that.
Yeah.
The problem with that quote is that this is not the Super Bowl. This is the AFC Championship game, but I see where he's coming from. That makes a lot of sense.
It's an amazing tweet.
Joshua says, as a 49ers fan, that was a good game. I was mad that the Rams won, but Caleb had a great game today. Let's talk about Caleb real quick. So, I mean, in general, the season's a whole success. We have a coach, we have a quarterback. No one could debate that. Caleb is making, like, that throw. I was saying to people, if they won that game, that throw goes down in the pantheon of all-time throws. It still should for me, but if they won that game, that's an all-time throw. I've never seen anything like it, dude. Like, a guy, like, that's a Madden play, right, where you scramble back 30 yards and heave it, and like, it was so perfect, dude. Caleb, whatever. You know what? The drops let him down today. There was a lot of drops. I go back to that Roma Dunze first quarter drop. That was a touchdown. There was like 5 other ones. Colson Loveland actually had like 2 or 3. And Caleb played fine. He threw some picks. I get that. But Caleb played good enough to win this game. He outplayed Matt Stafford. Caleb's the dude. I'm so convinced. Are you convinced now, Story? After this, I know the loss, if anything, built my confidence in Caleb more, because he keeps on doing it, dude. He's nails.
That throw was, I don't even know. You can't put that into words. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, out of nowhere. And like, the defender gave up, or Cole Kmet decided that he was going to continue. It doesn't.
You know what it was? You know what it was? The defender was watching the play. The guy that was on on the boundary, right, on the end zone line, the corner. There was a safety that was like to the right and deep, and there was the guy that was in front of him, the corner. He was watching the play, and he's like, "There's no way he can throw it over my head," because he's running backwards full speed 45 yards away getting hit. That's what I'm telling you. He's like, because you don't see humans make these throws. That's why he got fooled, because it wasn't a lollipop. It was on a rope over his head. That's why. I'm just letting you know. Like, it was like, because it was a bad play by the defender, right? In retrospect. It's because you don't see people make these throw. It just Josh Allen and Mahomes are the only two that can do it.
What's the defender supposed to do in that situation? Like, the play's over. The play has been over for 10 seconds. Like, the play's gone. It's done. Like there's nothing you should do. You're gonna stick to the tertiary option. You're gonna stick to Cole Kmet because Caleb Williams ran literally 15 yards backwards. It's that kind of throw. Like, I will admit, like, I was wrong on Caleb Williams. The guy's got incredible talent, incredible ability.
And TB makes a good call. That throw was very Russell Wilson-esque. That might be the old, like, prime Russell Wilson might be the only one I've seen make these throws. The difference is Russell Wilson doesn't have the arm strength Caleb has. But I just want to say, very nice performance all year. We're both sold on Caleb Williams. We were both a little bit hesitant coming out of the draft, but very nice performance, Caleb Williams.
Very nice performance. Very nice and clean performance. Very, very, very nice. Which one of these talented entertainers, who I am not attracted to at all, will be the winner?
There's no better way to tell people you are attracted to children than to say, I'm not attracted to children.
This is bad. We got to definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about
That's exactly that's where I'm starting next.
Yeah, Sonny, you got to. One last thought about Caleb. The throw, regardless of the throw, everything that went down this season, like, and we were both a little trepidatious about the hire of Ben, not the hire of Ben Johnson, but Ben Johnson's head coaching ability, right? We knew the coordinator was a top 5 coordinator, and I'm sold. And this is why I'm sold on the Bears, is that we have our quarterback, we have a franchise quarterback with unlimited upside, and we have a young, culture building, progressive asshole of a coach, which is a good thing, right? Like, you want your coaches. He's a guy that you want on your team, but you hate him if he's not on your team. That's Ben Johnson. He's an asshole to reporters. He's an asshole to everybody. He's good. His team loves him. Caleb loves him. Locker room guy. We have those two things, right, Storey?
Yeah. I'm not entirely.
Don't pour water on this, bro.
I'm not entirely sold on Ben Johnson. I actually, like, I'm well more into Caleb than I am on Ben Johnson. Like, that, the ability for Caleb Johnson makes me excited as a Bears fan. But Ben Johnson, like, the guy just doesn't. I don't know. Should have walked away with this win. He should have walked away with this win. I don't feel like he did enough this game.
No, this wasn't his best performance. The Rams were a better team, but we were the better team in this game. But it is what it is, dude. It's fine. Guess what? We probably would have got smoked by the Seahawks next round anyway. I feel like the Rams have a better chance to beat the Seahawks, because we've seen it, than the Bears. And also for our fantasy league, we needed the Rams to win. So
we got no touchdowns from Matthew Stafford. We got 17 points from the defense. We got Harrison Nevis. That's awesome.
Yeah, Nevis is killing it.
But, I mean, just thinking about this from a fantasy perspective, like, next year, where's Caleb gonna get drafted? Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson, right? Obviously, Ben Johnson coming back. Caleb Williams getting back. They're done for the year. So what does this mean? Like, Caleb Williams, is he 6 overall in terms of quarterback? Is he 7, 8? Like, or is it higher because of the rushing ability? Like.
So I was thinking about this one, and it was, for me, the conversation comes down to Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams, right? Where Jaden Daniels has that, and now Caleb has a little bit of this in terms of his scrambling ability, and he's obviously super elite. He just is a pass first kind of guy. Jaden Daniels has that perfect recipe, right, that we've seen from the quarterback ones, but he has the injury question, and he has the commander's question. So, like, his situation's worse, his injury, like, profile is worse. coming off multiple injuries this year. But it's that range, right? Because you have the top 3 guys. You have Drake May, you have Lamar, and you have Josh Allen. Jalen Hurts is out of there. He's out. He should not be drafted in the top 10, if you ask me.
Well, there's no way they're running back the tush push. So that's done. Like, that is done.
That's gone. Right. And it was already gone this year because they couldn't execute it. But he's not running as much. So Jalen Hurts is out of that conversation for me. And now you just have a group of guys. Like, literally, I could make an argument from quarterback 4 to quarterback 13. I love that for fantasy because, as you know, I play.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow should be 4. Joe Burrow should be 4. I think we can set on that. Joe Burrow 4. Lamar or Joe Burrow 4. Drake May's 2 at this point.
No fucking way. No way.
Yeah. He's right now listed at quarterback 2, bro. He was quarterback 2 this year, so
2 over Patrick Mahomes, who was the number 2 quarterback before he got hurt.
Mahomes has an ACL. That's the problem with Mahomes.
But he was the number 2 quarterback before he got hurt.
I get it, but he has an ACL. So okay, Mahomes will be in the top 5. So it's like Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, Drake May, and Josh Allen are the top 5 in any order. And then after the 5, I feel like 6 to 12 is a toss-up, bro.
I love Drake May. But, dude, the problem with Drake May is, like, his, like, entire thing is pocket passer. Like, he's got to throw a ton of touchdowns. If he doesn't, like, you're going to get burned. Like,
no, he's not Joe Burrow. He has 400-plus rushing yard upside, 6 rushing touchdown upside.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, the volatility there is incredible because if you don't get a ton of yards and a ton of touchdowns, like, you're going to, like, you have to have everything has to go right for Drake May.
Drake May will be a bad pick at quarterback 2. He'll be a bad pick. I can tell you that right now.
Like, everything has to go exactly.
Someone has to go 2. Someone has to go 2, Storey. You can't take Lamar. Okay, because he's been injury prone. He looks like he might be on the decline. Okay, you can't take Mahomes coming off an ACL. You can't take. I mean, I guess Joe Burrow might be the answer, right? It might be Joe Burrow, but he also gets hurt. He misses chunks of years every year. So you can't. I'm saying, like, look at I can give you the negative of all these quarterbacks, and I think like Drake May is the safest option because he seems pretty durable, right? He's got the dual threat ability. That defense is not really that good. Let's be honest. They're going to have a hard schedule next year. I'm just saying, like, those top 5 guys, and even Josh Allen had those stinkers this year. Let's not forget those stinkers Josh Allen had. He was number 1 quarterback by default. So what I love, though, is that quarterback 6 to quarterback 12 seems like fucking the wild, wild west. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Like, I saw Baker Mayfield on an early ranking as quarterback 17. I fucking love that shit, bro.
Dude, where's Herbert going next year? Where's Bo Nix going next year? Like,
Bo Nix way outside the top 12. Herbert's gonna be inside the top 12 because his scrambling. Let's move on though. We have a lot of time to talk about quarterback stuff, and I love the conversation. You know me, I'll talk fantasy all fucking day. We have a lot of Bears fans in here bitching about. There was a lot to bitch about. That Devontae Adams catch was all time though. Fucking crazy catch by Devontae Adams. He's not healthy right now. Do you agree?
No, he's not healthy. And I think it's incredible, though, that he throws up a catch that basically mimics the catch from the night before, from Saturday night. And they're like, yep, that one's a catch, but the one on Saturday, that was an interception. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to fucking interpret this? Like, they're like, yep, that one basically seems like a catch. Because everybody's like, that's the exact same thing as what happened on Saturday. Nope, that one is a catch. The one before, interception. I don't fucking know. How am I supposed to know?
I feel like Adams was more of a catch than Brandon Cooks, but they were both catches. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't a debate with Adams. Stupid. It's stupid. What's the best game of the season so far? Michael says Bears 49ers. You know what I'm going to go to? I'm going to go to the Seahawks Rams game.
Week 16.
And Shaheed had the return. Like, real quick, would you agree that the Rams should have won that game easily, right? That was a gift. The Charbonnet 2-point conversion where he picked it up in the end zone, not knowing. Like, that game was over, bro. And that was a 2-point conversion too, right?
The Bears have been running on a wing and a prayer for all of this year. Like, they have been like just cruising on luck. The fact that the Bears beat the Packers twice in the last like 4 weeks is insane. When you consider they needed a onside kick to get there, they needed a fourth quarter comeback, blah blah blah. Like like the luck had to run out at some point. It ran out tonight. But yeah, that week 16 game, Seahawks versus Rams, that was insane. The Seahawks.
The Bears have been involved in like 6 of the top 15, I want to say 6 of the top 10. And I want to shout out honorable mention because Chaz was telling me he was at the game. Remember back week 8 or whatever it was, week 7, Bears Bengals, the Colson Loveland touchdown. That game was wild. That was a 45-44 game.
Catches on the run and he just like takes off. Yeah.
That was a wild game. The Bengals are usually involved in a lot of these games. Last year, the Bengals were like the Bears, right? They were involved in all these high-scoring affairs. Like, remember the 2 Ravens games where the Bengals lost, where they were up by like 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and they just blow these games? Hetzer says, you don't like kids? Good. Tell me everything. That is personally my favorite Sonny.
Good. Tell me everything.
Okay, they were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what?
Damn it, Bonnie.
Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
Nice.
Colby, I lived in Oklahoma at the time Caleb was at OU. Everyone was so happy when he finally got a shot. Everyone hated Rattler here. I watched the highlights of the first game where Caleb came in. I don't know if you probably remember this story. It was against Texas, I believe. And they were down like 28-3. And Caleb came in and just ran a fuckload. And they ended up winning the game. But they were still like bringing in they brought in Rattler for like a 2-point conversion. It was a super weird situation. And let's not forget, Spencer Rattler was a really, really highly touted quarterback prospect. And Caleb was a true freshman, by the way. But like Caleb's been that guy from day one. And I feel like he was put in such weird situations at USC. As we know, USC quarterbacks don't pan out. The offense is not pro ready.
There's a reason that Caleb Williams was the number 1 overall pick, even though USC went like 9-3 that year. Like, he like just incredible. Like the obviously he's got a lot of work to do, I think, to get to be a regular NFL contributor, but he's well on his way. But there's a reason that he was the number 1 overall pick consensus.
Mr. Free Throw, this actually might be the answer, and I think I'm going to agree with you just for personal reasons. Week 1, best game of the year, Buffalo, Baltimore. That might have been, and just so you know, I'm going to get to that game in a second, but going into the playoff story, we heard that this was the best like playoff field, the most like parity we've seen, which is it's panned out pretty well. I know that the top seeds are pretty much alive, but the games have been elite. And the parity has been unmatched. This whole season's been like that. And the week 1 game you mentioned, Mr. Free Throw, Buffalo, Baltimore, was the perfect example of what we had in store for us this year. I think this might have been, I know it's like recency bias, right? Everything's always the best because it's like in our recent memory. But this is probably one of the best NFL seasons. Hopefully it can finish as such. But Rams Seahawks, great matchup. Unfortunately, you have Bo Nix being out, which kind of puts a damper on that matchup possibly. That game. Remember that game, dude? Like that.
I don't.
Dude, that was that was the game where, Buffalo was down by 15 points with 6 minutes left in the game. I personally love that game because I had a $10 parlay that won $1,600. That was the Keon Coleman alternate. I had Dalton Kincaid first touchdown. Either way, it was the same thing. They kind of stopped. It was Henry's first fumble, right? Henry fumbled. Buffalo came back and they won the game. So that was a great way to start the season. That was Sunday Night Football week 1.
I don't remember it, but I'll take your word for it. Like,
how do you not remember that game? Storey's been drinking IPAs. That's why.
No, didn't help.
Shedeur Sanders, the number 1 overall pick. You think Shedor's terrible, right?
I mean, he's a 5th round pick, so I don't know what you want me to say about that. He's obviously not the number 1 overall pick. Cleveland will draft a quarterback next year. There's no doubt. Like, Cleveland is going to draft a quarterback.
He's still they already said he's a starter.
Doesn't matter. They will draft a quarterback next year.
Yeah. Not high. There's no one to take. They take Simpson?
Yeah, Shedeur he's a 5th round pick, but he's not going to be the starter next year. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Well, we'll see, I guess. I mean, maybe they'll take a third-round quarterback, but, like, you don't want to start a third-round quarterback over Shador, who showed he's okay. I'm not a Shador guy, but Hetzer, I want Malik Willis on another team. He'll be on another team.
Yeah, he will be on another team. Like, he's a free agent. And I, like, wrap your head around, like, Pittsburgh, the Jets. So here's your three teams: Pittsburgh, Miami, New York. Malik Willis will be the starter for one of those three teams. Mark my words.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, I was distracted.
Pittsburgh, Miami, New York Jets.
Yeah, I think that it works in all three of those spots. I think Pittsburgh is the best landing spot because they want a gritty. The problem is we saw this with Justin Fields, right? Same kind of mold. Didn't work with Justin Fields, even though it was working. It was working with Justin Fields. They were 4-2.
It was working but it wasn't. That was just a weird situation all around. Like, got to be careful about that from a fantasy perspective next year. Like, okay, so it should make sense. Like, he's gonna run, he's gonna but he also has to be at least a competent passer, right? Like.
Yeah, well, he looks great under LaFleur. He looks awesome. But the thing is, LaFleur is a quarterback whisperer. You know he is, man. I know you hate LaFleur, but
well, they re-signed LaFleur for a multi-year extension. You see it? You see that? Like, he's back in Green Bay.
Could have. They have to. Who else are they going to hire, dude?
Yeah. So forget about LaFleur anywhere else. Like, he's going to stay in Green Bay.
All right, I got to grab a beer and take a pee real quick. You already know it's going to be Patriots versus Seahawks rematch in the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't mind Stafford versus May for MVP favorite in the Super Bowl. Give me your take on these matchups real quick. Let me ask you this. I think I know the 2.5-point favorite for Seattle at home. This is not a good matchup for Seattle. Like, the Rams have their number. I mentioned before that comeback week 16 was fraudulent. Now, I feel like Seahawks are a better team. They have a better team. They have a great defense. Sam Darnold just has to play average to win this game. Give me your take on that, and then what are the chances that Denver can win? Plus 5.5.
Plus 5.5 for Denver versus New England. It's tough to reconcile, like, Denver actually winning that game just because of how's their offense going to score anything. I'm just looking at the odds right now. Yeah, so 5.5, 40.5. Like, the over-under is so low in that game. They don't expect Jarrett Stidham to do anything. And what are they going to do if Jarrett Stidham struggles right out of the game? They're going to replace him with Sam Elliott. It's just not going to happen. So, like, the Patriots should just walk through the Broncos. It's a New England Super Bowl. On the other side, Rams, Seahawks, minus 2.5 at home. So, on a neutral field, it's basically a push-'em game. 47.5, which means that they expect a lot of points in that game. I don't know. The NFC is such a crapshoot. Like, LA looked really good in spots tonight, both from a defense and offensive perspective, and they looked really bad tonight. So on the flip side, last night, like, Seattle didn't look like they missed a beat in the entire game. I'm not sure that I can make a real prediction. And I don't think Vegas is either with Seattle minus 2.5. They're basically saying
that's a hedge. Pick them.
On a neutral field, it's a pick 'em. Yeah, I don't know.
I want to take the Rams really bad. It depends on weather, right? I feel like a bad weather, I'm taking Seahawks. If the weather's nice, I'm taking the Rams.
Does it realistically matter though? Like, weather-wise, like, does it realistically matter?
Yeah, because Matt Stafford, if they can get humming in the passing game, which we saw in this game, they were not humming.
No.
They're human. If they can have, fair winds and 50-degree temps, I like Stafford. Like, if this game was being played in a dome, I would like the Rams. It's not going to be played in a dome.
It's going to be a lot more mild in Seattle, regardless of what the nationwide temperature is going to be. Like, it will be a lot more mild in Seattle than it was in. I don't know. Tonight was bad for LA. Like, they look beatable. Like
both
Seattle,
games were. The Panthers was bad too. They should have lost to the Panthers. Let's not forget about that. I come out of this game more confident than I did about the Panthers game.
Points tonight, they look like
right.
Yeah,
Good
so
call.
that's the concern all around. Seattle didn't skip a beat when they just absolutely like smoked San Fran last night. But San Fran, like, obviously missing a lot of dudes on offense, missing a lot of dudes on defense. I don't know.
I don't know how much we can read into that San Fran game, like just because there, every team has a breaking point, right? And when like Ton just goes out, and like, dude, their whole team was dead. You know what I mean? Like there was a point where like your spirit and everything just gets broken and everything goes the wrong way, and it was just, obviously not a good matchup for Brock Purdy, because I love Brock Purdy. He's fine with no weapons and no time to throw. What are you supposed to do?
Well,
right?
at the same time, like, everybody kind of shit the bed. Like Ton just dropped multiple passes last night. Like he
Juwan Jennings.
Jennings had a freaking touchdown in his hands. He's like, just a bad situation.
Yeah, it was rough. Here's Helen Hunt. Hello, Helen.
God, come on. Somebody.
This one.
Well, signing books. She's.
All right, real quick, shout out to the Patreon members. Appreciate all of you guys keeping it going here. We're still going 5 nights a week here, even 4 nights once football's over, until me and Mr. Storey. And shout out Blake, our media manager, is going to be joining us for a lot of the NFL draft stuff in April. Super excited about that. But besides just supporting your boys, which is a big perk, Story, access to the Discord community, 71 people in there. Community fantasy leagues, getting ready for our Dynasty Startup League starting in May. We have 3 spots open for that. Guest appearances on the show. You want to be sitting where Story's sitting? You want to join me and Story, me and Ray, me and the Chaz? The list goes on. Get on that shit. Also, free merchandise. Story, you're going to get your hat if you're going to wear it. I'm going to bring it to you on Sunday when I come to your house for your party. You don't want to hide that hair, but I'm making shirts too. We're going to have 3 shirts, 3 different models coming out soon. That'll be pretty cheap too, like $20, and I'll send it to you for free. That'll be in the cost of the shipping. Gonna have that, as well as access to my bets, early access to my bets. 3-2 both weeks in the playoffs so far. It's not been great. I get disappointed when I don't win a lot of money, but still 92-55 for this year, Story. We're still doing some stuff here, guys. So access to these plays early.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah. Thank you for Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud had 11 yards rushing, which is hilarious. He got it by half yard. How he was not running more in that game is beyond me. Caleb was not running either, and Caleb crushed it. He ended up with 40 yards rushing. But fuck you, JSN, and fuck you, Juwan Jennings. That game was a curse to have 2 bets on, because it was just a fucking destructive, terrible game for prop bets, unless you had Kenneth Walker, the Tiny Dancer. Anyways, 92-55. You get access to these when I bet them. I bet them on Wednesday with the games on Sunday. Get them, lock them in. You're going to make money. If you had put $100 in every one of these bets, you'd be up like $3,300 this year. So, I mean, it's going to pay for itself 100 times over. Put $10 in every one of them, and you'd be up $320. So, 4-year sample size, Story. You used to beat odds with me. You know the fucking drill.
$320. That's it's good enough for that's a really nice Christmas gift for your mom. So.
Yeah, or a lot of beer, if you want to drink beer. So all right, let's get some questions here. Does Jameis Winston stay as, by the way, professionalfanatics.com, if you want to support the show, or link in the description. It's all in there. And also, why wouldn't you? This is a free show. No ads, none of that bullshit. Just 7 different guests. You get me every single night. You get access to all the fantasy shit. We make you money. We killed it this year, Story. We really killed it. I've killed it the last 5 years. We killed it this year, baby. Chris Olave, my dude.
Olave.
I want to say Tucker Kraft, but he got hurt. But I still think it was a good pick. It was.
It'll be a good pick next year too. Don't worry about it. Like he'll be back.
It was a good pick because you got to pick him, and then you just got to move on because he was out. It's not like he struggled like Tyler Warren, right? It was like when you had him in there, he won you 4 weeks,
right?
3-4 weeks, and then you got cut bait and you picked up Juwan Johnson or some shit.
You moved on because you had to move on. It sucked because like when he was in there, amazing. Like I mean, he had one bad week in like week 3 or whatever it was, but
That was the week he played when he was hurt after the injury, and Fitzpatrick caught a touchdown. Anyways, Hetzer, does Jameis Winston stay as backup to quarterback in the Giants? Yeah, I think so. They need a good backup there because Jackson Dart is not playing a full season.
They need it. Well, Jameis Winston's going to be a backup somewhere. Doesn't matter if it's New York or New Orleans or whatever. Like he's not starting anywhere. When he plays, he's great for fantasy, but he's not going to be a starter.
Love him.
Yeah,
I wish he was I always said I want him to be the all-time quarterback, like all-time like second-string quarterback. Whenever a team needs a quarterback, call on Jameis. It's just fun for football, fun for fantasy. Rattler looks like shit. Shuck looks good though. Rattler looked good this year. Honestly, Rattler was fine this year, right?
That the offense looked fine under Rattler, but Shuck looked pretty darn good. Like it's hard
Shuck
to take
better.
It's hard to take.
Let me ask you this: Rattler or Shedeur Sanders?
Rattler. Like
there you go. That's what I'm saying. There you go. So
look at what Rattler
or
the team that he had around him.
Rattler or CJ Stroud?
Oh, Stroud.
What?
We can't take two. We can't take.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. I agree.
People are going to talk about like Davis Mills, blah blah blah. Like I get that, but
hey,
you can't take.
Have you ever seen a game like that? Have you ever seen a game like that in your life? It was 8 turnovers in the first half, right?
Well, first of all, I've never seen 2 games like that in a row from a quarterback who should be a like
caretaker.
He's not. He's more than a caretaker, though. Like he's
actually. No, I'm saying
at
the very least he should be a caretaker with this defense.
Yeah, I mean,
like take care of the ball, bro. Not hard.
I guess people are. I don't know. It's yeah.
Well, not even just that story. All the like Drake May was fumbling the ball all over the fucking place.
That's the thing. Like it wasn't just
insane.
just Stroud. I mean, it was Stroud, but it was also Woody Marks, and it was Travion Henderson, and it was Drake May. Like Drake May fumbled like multiple times. So that game in general was an absolute disaster. But
it was a greased watermelon.
Okay, Frank, what the hell are you doing with that watermelon? You ever play this game? You grease the watermelon up, you throw it in the pool, everybody goes crazy trying to grab it. They can't grab it. Grease watermelon! Here it comes. Try to grab it!
Oh, no.
Come on.
It's funny.
It was rough. It was a rough game to watch. Entertaining, but we had the comment the other night about every game be played in a dome. And do you prefer the randomness and the chaotic nature of these weather games, or do you like the nice cozy comfort of a dome, which the national championship will be played in, or like the Rose Bowl, or the Super Bowl is generally played in nice weather stadiums? So what do you prefer? Because the chaotic nature is fun. It's not fair though.
Yeah, I would also prefer the predictable nature of an actual domed game, or like I want good football. Like I don't want your offenses floundering around. I don't think the weather actually affected it as much as people thought. I thought that he played a terrible game, Stroud. So I don't want.
Yeah, and Drake May's fumbles were mostly because that defense is just fucking.
Well, dude, Petre
assassins, bro.
Dude, he came in and he punched that ball out.
And then Drake May just fumbling was assassin shit, man. Like those ends are just too good.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Mike McDaniel going to? I think he's going to the Eagles, personally.
I think he's going to Pittsburgh.
As a head coach?
Yeah, I do.
I would rather have Mike McDaniel than Saleh and Matt Nagy for sure. Would you rather have Mike McDaniel or Mike McCarthy?
Oh, McDaniel.
That's a tough one.
No, it's not.
Wow. I hate McCarthy too. I know.
They're both like morons, but at least give me the least moron of the two morons.
Here we go. What if it's 1st and goal at the 1 for the Seahawks in the Super Bowl to win the game? You think Tiny Dancer gets the rock, or you think Darnold throws a slant over the middle? Storey, I'm gonna pass this off to you. What do you think? Tiny Dancer or Darnold slant?
No, I think McDaniel. I knew it was coming. You got me.
Tiny Dancer, bitch.
Get it.
What?
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Answer the question. I won't do it again. I swear.
No. You got me. I don't know. McDonald, does he bring in Charbonnet on the 1 yard line? Because Charbonnet has been great inside the 10 in these playoffs. Like, amazing. He's been incredible in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Charbonnet. Or just how about you know what it is? It's AJ Barner, baby. AJ Barner, tush push.
Dude, AJ Barner had 1 catch today.
I'm aware. He had no catches. He had 0.2 points for us. That motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he had a tush push.
Great. Shuck or CJ Stroud next season. This is a tough one, fantasy wise. I'm going Shuck.
Give me Shuck. Give me Shuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Shuck closed out the year in the last 6 games or so as a top 8 fantasy tight end or fantasy quarterback, and CJ Stroud was a top 15 quarterback. Like, give me Shuck all day long.
Planet says a lot of crap offenses this postseason. The game changes in the postseason. Defenses are generally better. It's been rough. The turnovers have been really rough. Colby, I asked the dome question. He did ask the dome question. That was you. Colby, you got to get your ass in the Discord. Colby, get in the Discord. Join the community. You ask good questions. We like you. You're on here a lot. What Storey? Tell him why he should. Why? What's the reason he shouldn't?
Well, fantasy questions, betting questions, people like dynasty questions. Like, there are people answering left and right questions in the Discord. There's everybody in this community who's asking questions is in the Discord. Like, you got to get in there to at least just to support the community. People who are here every night answering questions, like, here till the end. It's the way to do it.
Yeah, and you want to keep the show going because I know eventually I won't be able to do it. If I can't support myself after a year of this, I haven't had to move on. I'll still do the show. It'll be like 2 nights a week, but it won't be the same. I put a lot of work into this story, a lot of research, as you know. I do. I really do. And what do we call the Discord and the Patreon? It's the place to be.
What do you call it, Kramer? It was. Come on, Rudy. Come on. We call it the place to be. The place to be. Yes.
Maestro.
My biggest thing and my selling point is you're getting in the ground floor. This is the 5th year of the show, but the first year of the streams. And I am very confident with Storey, with some of my guests. This is, obviously with their fantasy knowledge, with the fact that I make so much money every year fantasy. The gambling is the different thing. Like, most people, people who make money fantasy wise, like winning money gambling like this is rare. It's rare. Like Matthew Berry's pick, any of these guys, like they don't even bet their picks. First of all, they don't work out. So like that alone should sell people if they're gamblers that like you're gonna have picks to follow, which is way cheaper than what most people charge for picks. But it's gonna work out, and you want to get on this thing now because after 3 years, it's not as cool. Like to get in now to be one of the first 50, 60 people in there is a thing because 7 years from now, if and when this becomes, I'm not saying Barstool, but let's say something pretty big, right? You could be like, yeah, I was in these guys for, the beginning, which is a thing. Like, I'm all about that, right? And like, I'll say this, the reason I even got on this show, started this podcast, was in this league. I don't know if you guys know that show. Those 2 dudes are now moved on to Fantasy Pros. They still do their show, but like I was listening to those guys way back in the day because they're funny, they were insightful, it was entertaining, which is the word, entertaining, right? You can listen to anyone talk drivel and give you stats, but like, what does stats even mean, Storey? We can give stats for a player both ways and be like, don't draft him, right? Bet him, don't bet him. Fuck that shit. Anyone can give you that. I give you my heart and soul. Storey, we give our heart and soul and my dick. Those are huge things, Those 3 things.
We're here from March on to like, we're gonna tell you exactly who we're in on and who we're out on. Like, we're not gonna hedge these bets. Like, we're in on guys, we're out on guys. Like, we're trying to make sure that you're here. You get exactly what we get. Like, what we're doing, it's what you're getting. Like,
that's a good call because that's the difference, right? Is like these guys like Matthew Berry. I'm not trying to call out Matthew Berry too much, but like, most of these dudes are playing like 3 leagues and they don't even want to play them because they're getting paid $1 million a year plus. I put in 6, 8, 10 grand a year, which is like I need for my survival. So like, I'm not telling you guys to draft these guys like just to tell you because it's a hot take. I'm telling you who I'm drafting, every year. And Storey, as you know, I've had one losing year the last 12 years in fantasy. And that's a good ratio. And granted, I'm a good in-season manager, which we help with that too. I make good trades, etc. But like, just follow the algorithm, follow the little breadcrumbs, and also you get 7 different co-hosts. You don't just get my opinion. It's not just some shows have 2 people, right? And at that point, after you watch a month of their show, their opinions don't change. So like, why would you tune in July, August, September if you already know what they're going to say, right? Like me personally, I hate Travion Henderson. I think he's garbage. Now, maybe someone else in the show, you or Chaz or Ray or Hastings or, any of them might give you a different opinion. By the way, Travion Henderson's terrible. Can you agree with that now? Are you on board?
I don't understand the Travion hype. The number 9 overall running back versus the 33 Ramondre Stevenson. I don't understand that whatsoever. But where you're coming from, talk to Chaz, talk to Nick, talk to Ray. Like, nobody's gonna be hyping up.
At running back 9. Jeez, I'm crepes, bro.
It's out there. Like, people are literally saying that he's the number 9
shiny new toy, right? Colby, by the way, yeah, he doesn't gamble, but if you want to play we have a community fantasy leagues. We're gonna have about 7 of those, redraft, dynasty league, a lot of other stuff besides just the gambling thing. That's just one of the perks. Like, again, like most of these people just charge you. I give back to the people, and Travion Henderson sucks. You saw the game, dude? How much better of a running back is Ramondre Stevenson than Travion Henderson at this point of their careers?
People don't like Ramondre Stevenson. They don't.
But answer the question. Answer the question. How much better is Ramondre Stevenson than Travion Henderson at this point of their careers?
I mean, I don't know how to quantify that. Like, Ramondre Stevenson
he's a lot better.
Is a better running back. Like,
he's better. He's better is the word.
It's the shining new toy that people love to talk about. But the bottom line is, like, from a realistic perspective, like, they're like Stevenson's. He's not going anywhere. Like, he's not going anywhere. So the fact that people have like Henderson ranked 9 and Stevenson ranked 33 is freaking wild. I don't understand it whatsoever. This is the kind of stuff that you look at, like groupthink and all that kind of nonsense. You have to look past this kind of stuff, because we're looking at these playoffs and we're like, okay, so obviously when push comes to shove, where does Vrabel want to go? He wants to go to the guy that he trusts, the guy that he knows, the guy who he likes. That's Stevenson, right? It's not Henderson.
Colby says you can tell Rob's buzz when he starts throwing sex jokes during fantasy analysis. Just so you know, Colby, that's a valid statement for most people. I'll be at Thanksgiving dinner sober with my mom and like aunts and old people, and I throw sex jokes in there. So like, just so you know, Storey, you know this. I will throw a sex joke sober at church if I went there. It doesn't. Anyways, you're mentioning the thing. You're saying what they will do, and I understand that point, right? What they will do in New England with Stevenson being there. I'm just more thinking like overarching, like Stevenson is a better player, but do you think Stevenson's actually a good player? I think he's a above average, barely an above average running back. Would you say like a 6 out of 10?
Yeah, like 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Okay. Right, because he has 235 pounds. He's got some nice skills. He does fumble, but he hasn't fumbled in a while. The point is, if Ramondre Stevenson is so much better, or even like he's markedly better than Travion Henderson right now, that's not a ringing endorsement on Travion Henderson's future, right? We're not talking about Bijan Robinson being better than him, or Jahmyr Gibbs, or even a guy like, Kenneth Walker, who is a more talented player than Ramondre Stevenson.
No, but
we're talking about just a guy in Stevenson.
If you look at like the analysis online about Henderson versus Stevenson, people are saying like Henderson has a Jahmyr Gibbs like trajectory, and I don't agree with that whatsoever. Like, I don't understand where people are coming from.
No.
Stevenson,
he's a fine player.
Well, yeah, he's a fine player. He's not a.
The only upside I will say to dynasty owners and people that want to draft Travion Henderson is draft capital. He does have that.
I don't think he's as bad as you make him out to be, but I also don't think that he's He's the number 9 running back in the 2026 draft class.
Bro, he's Tevin Coleman. He's Tevin Coleman.
No, he's
Tevin Coleman was good. Dude, no, Tevin Coleman had a good career.
He's better than Tevin Coleman.
No, he's not.
Coleman. He is better than Tevin.
Are you crazy?
No, he's better than Tevin Coleman. Come on.
All right, so if I were to bet you right now, who has a better career, Tevin Coleman or Travion Henderson? You say, knowing what you know about Tevin Coleman.
I'll take Henderson because Stevenson is done in New England after 2026.
Let's see, 38 total touchdowns for Tevin Coleman. Never had a 1,000-yard rushing season. 8 years in the league. 38 touchdowns. You think that Travion Henderson scores more than 38 touchdowns?
Yeah, he'll beat that. Stevenson.
That's
won't
pretty low bar, though. That's pretty low bar.
Stevenson won't be in New England in 27. That is a big difference.
Shiny new tool is a crazy way to describe a man. I describe man in a lot weirder ways than that.
It's terrible.
Mr. Free Throw, Rob's the real deal. Storey hates coaches, so he's not my favorite. Hate. We talked about. Sorry, we texted about this. Hate is not actually a strong enough word for your feelings for coaches. We got to come up with a new word, like an Urban Dictionary word for your feelings towards coaches, and it's not hate. It's visceral.
Well, I despise coaches. Physically, it makes me ill to see a coach succeed. Like, I hate it.
Tevin Coleman was a good player, though. Okay, he was the same thing. He was very fast. He had decent size. He could catch the ball. That's Tevin Coleman. He was not a good running back. He had no instincts. That was Tevin Coleman. This is Travion Henderson. It's my most perfect comparison I've ever had. Story.
Yeah,
I can't wait for it to come true.
Henderson is better than Coleman. Like,
as a talent? No.
Yes, as a talent.
Explain.
I guarantee you that Henderson will score more touchdowns than Coleman. He'll have more yards. He'll average more yards per year. Dude, Stevenson,
I'm talking as a talent. As a talent, though. Tevin Coleman's a very talented running back.
So is Tyler Algier.
Tyler Algier is so much better than Travion Henderson. It's not even funny. I love Tyler Algier.
You're out of your mind.
Dude, Tyler Algier is a fucking goddamn jackhammer, dude. 235 pounds. Catches the ball.
You're out of your mind thinking that he's a better talent than Travion Henderson.
You gotta watch some Travion Henderson film.
It's
not good.
I've seen it all. I saw him at Ohio State. I saw everything. I saw it all. I never thought he was that great to come out, like when he was coming out. And I understand why, like, he took a long time to come on. And I understand why Vrabel is going to Stevenson in the postseason. But Stevenson's gone after next year. He's gone. This is Henderson's backfield in 27. You got to wrap your head around that.
You're talking about 2027.
You got to wrap your head around the fact that after next year, it is Henderson's backfield.
Real quick, we got a couple more questions here. We're gonna get off, but I gotta just check you on this one because this is one of your famous quotes: "Is if you're not good enough to beat out the starter, then you're not good." You always say this.
It's true.
So I gotta check you and go by your own logic, which you always throw at me when I tell you that this guy's good, but he can't. You know, who was the guy? Who was the Vikings running back I loved forever? What the hell was his name? The guy that fucking was super fast. Fuck.
CJ Ham?
No, that's a fullback. Let's see.
Hold on. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because he couldn't.
Ty Chandler. I love Ty Chandler is goddamn Travion Henderson. Same player, dude.
No, not even close, dude.
Okay, well, you know what? I always said I like Ty Chandler, and you're like, he couldn't beat out this guy. So Ty Chandler sucks. So, by your logic, Story, Travion Henderson, first-round draft capital, can't beat out Ramondre Stevenson, who has a fumbling issue, who's just a guy, but you have hope for him. You see what I'm saying? That should hurt him. Bad.
I don't think he's great, but like it's Henderson's backfield in 27. Like you got to wrap your head around the fact that Stevenson's gone.
The man can't beat out a what was Stevenson, a third-round NFL draft pick? He has fumbling issues. You get what I'm saying here? He can't beat him out, but he's good. Now you're picking and choosing your arguments here, Story. I'm owning you here.
I think there's nuance. Like I don't think it's a cut.
All right, no nuance.
I think there's nuance. It's not as cut as dry as you think it is. But I understand what you're saying.
It might be.
Very cute.
Oh,
What's his name?
It's Kwame.
It's Kwame. Kwame.
Mm-hmm.
Nice name. Nice name.
Thank you. I think so too.
It's a little light for Kwame, no?
What?
A lot of names to pick, but it was a little darker, maybe.
Yeah, can you go?
That's very scary.
You need to get out.
Hey, any of you guys want ginger ale?
Get the fuck out.
Gun to your head.
Your head. See, that's my take on Trevor Henderson. It's just, he's just a little darker. You know, maybe he's not dark enough. If darker, he'd be a better running back. JD says, "Sup, boys? Sorry, buddy. We're about to log off. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. You can always go back and rewatch the stream, or tomorrow night we might be on. If not tomorrow night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I will be on. Storey is about to be done with his little what do you call it? Your volunteer efforts.
Judging scholarships.
Well, you judge coaches. Why don't they hire you to judge coaches? Because they'd all be fired.
I don't
coaches.
know. They welcome me to judge scholarships, and they're like, "Hey, you're doing a great job." I don't know why they don't help me, like bring me in for judging coaches. I think it would be amazing, but what do I know?
Remember when they had George judge scholarships in Seinfeld? He's like, grades are just kind of like he's just right in the meaty part of the curve. He's not getting ahead, not falling behind,
not showing off. Right in the meaty part of the bell curve. These aren't his grades. These aren't standardized tests. These are the grades.
These are his grades. Jesus. All right, man. What a great show. Thanks for I miss you, Storey. I miss you for sure.
I know.
We got a lot of good stuff coming forward the next couple months. Also, April is going to be a madhouse here with college stuff. And I can't wait. By the way, I want to make an announcement. I'm not watching the game tomorrow. I'm going to tell you why. So, I'm going to tell you why I'm not watching the game. As you know, I'm not a college football guy. I'm so into the NFL, like the show, fantasy, gambling. Like I am so immersed in the NFL. I don't have time to watch college football, right? So I feel like I'd be a hypocrite to watch, essentially the Super Bowl of college football. And also, I don't want my mind to be tainted by performances from one game, right? So I'm gonna tell you right now what my process is, and I'm gonna really, really hammer down this one this year. I am going to have Erica go through, and I'm gonna give her a list of top, let's say 10 quarterbacks, top 30 running backs, top 40 wide receivers, top 15 tight ends in in terms of alphabetical order. Give me their names. I'm gonna watch all their film, like deep dive, an hour a player. This is how I do. Without knowing what school they play. I'm going to watch the film. I know what school they play with, but I'm not going to know where they're going. Okay. I'm not going to know if they're second round grade, first round grade. I'm going to make my own grades. And my college football knowledge right now in terms of these guys, besides like Carnell Tate and Lemon and some of these guys, it's pretty low. That's the best way to be not biased. And that's what I want to do. And I'm going to give you a different perspective because, I'm going to host a show. Storey, you're the college guy. Blake's going to know his shit. A couple other guys are going to know their shit, right? But obviously, as humans, we're all biased based on what you've seen, money you've gambled, etc. Right? I'm going to have none of that on my takes, and I'm going to just judge these guys based on what I see on film. And I can't wait because I feel like it's a fresh approach, right? Decent approach.
It's a ballsy take to not even watch the national championship game. To say like
at this point though, I haven't really watched any of the college football playoffs. I watched some regular season ball here and there, but I haven't watched any of the college football playoffs.
If you don't care, like what's the difference? Like
I already know Mendoza's going first, so it doesn't matter. And I'm going to watch his film. I'm just saying that's just different.
And Dante Moore's coming back anyway, so I guess it doesn't fucking matter.
What a weird decision. What is he doing, dude? Why is he going back to school?
He's transferring. Like so.
Is
Mendoza will go.
Because I thought that
Carson Beck will go too, and it's everybody else.
Oh, second quarterback, not 2 overall, right?
No, not 2 overall. Beck will go 12-ish.
Really? He's terrible.
He'll go that high. It doesn't matter. Like as long as
I like Simpson better. Simpson's a project. Simpson's better, right?
As long as they don't get absolutely like torched, he'll go in the like 12 to 15 range.
I think that dude's a penis, bro.
It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like he does look like a penis. He looks like the sloth from Ice Age, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like he will go. It doesn't matter what we think. It matters what the NFL community.
Mel Kiper thinks.
Yes. Mel Kiper. He's bad at his job, but He gets
Mel
better.
Kiper had Dante Moore over. He had him as the number 1 quarterback prospect. You saw that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he had him
That was
number
surprising.
1 over Mendoza, and now he's not even coming out. So it's just typical.
Fair enough.
Clicks, bro. Clicks. We don't do shit for clicks. All right, Story. You're awesome. Mel Kiper has good hair or bad hair. He has hair. He has a lot of hair.
He does
And he
have
has
hair.
more than I do. Look at my shitty
does have
hair.
hair.
It's not great. Story has 8th grade hair. We have a lot of hair. Colby, appreciate you, all you guys. Colby, strongly advise you to join the community. I'd love to have you in there. It'd be awesome. You seem like a great dude. Very smart. Very good. Oh, gee, sure wanted us to see Ray hammered. Story was pretty hammered too. That's not.
Yeah, let's not.
We
Let's
haven't
not
seen Story in a while, and
not my
you can handle.
finest hour, but we've all been there.
I've had like 16 drinks, Story. But everyone says I can't tell with me. I'm just always like me.
Yeah.
Does that make me an alcoholic?
Obviously, people could tell with me, and I've had like.
Well, usually you're pretty stone cold sober on these shows.
True. I had like
Right.
10, which is a lot for me. So.
GT says love Ray, but the slur was the same. Yeah, it was. He's pissed at me. I kind of kicked him off. Dude.
I'll go back and watch it.
We all love him. I love Ray too. He's pissed at me, but what can I do, man? Like it is what it is, man. I'm drunk too, but like again, I wouldn't come on the show if I couldn't handle myself. Is all I gotta say. And Story's a guy that can handle himself.
To a certain extent, we've all been there.
Well, no, we did some shows that were not live where I was out of control, but again, I think they still turned out pretty good. I was just like yelling at you. I guess the Matrix show, the second half of the Matrix pod.
Like when we did like 3 shows in a row, like or even 2, and we did like an hour and a half. Like the last 30 minutes, you're like on it, like ba 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 ba. Those are
just very loud.
Finest moments.
Yeah, I don't really slur though. I mean, early me and Kappa stuff, I was slurring because I would have like 18 IPAs. I'm not a slur, I'm not really a slur. Is that a word?
No,
slur.
You never slurred. You just got like aggressive, like loud.
Aggressive. That's the word. I get aggressive. I want to hit you and shit. I don't do that with my wife. I swear to God. I didn't never hit. She's a
no, not angry, not mean. Just like very passionate about your takes.
I'm very passionate. You should see me in the bedroom. All right. Love you, Story. Thanks for coming on. Thank you to everyone. Tomorrow's probably a day off, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the rest of the week, we'll be on. Thank you, Story. Thank you, community. Thank you for the 5 supers I got. Love your life. Stay positive. Respect each other. We're out of here.
You just seem like a good dude. I thought I'd see if you wanted to grab a beer, that's all. I'm glad you called. We get home safe, Pistol.
You got it, Jobin.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
Oh, what'd you say?
I don't know. You nicknamed me Pistol, and I just called you Jobin. It means nothing. I'm drunk. I'm gonna call a cab.
All right, man. You have my number, yeah?
I got you stored in my iPhone.
All right. If you need me, call, okay?